We made it. It's the new year.
Hey.
Son, you survived another one.
I did.
How'd you do it?
Barely.
Should have been dead a long time ago.
I should have.
It's Sunday. Welcome to the show. Hopefully you guys had a good new year. There's some happy news coming out of the world, some sad news coming out of the world. We're here to try to make you forget about all the smart news coming out of the world and just hang out with two buffoons. Yeah. Remember, tomorrow is Monday. That means a new episode of 2 Drink Minimum will be live on the 2 Drink Minimum YouTube channel. And then everyone else who can't watch it live will get on Wednesday. Saw last episode, people really liked the new intro. It's a good time. Yeah. And they like the content too, the Guido stories. Yeah. And wait till tomorrow, because there's an update to all that, which is pretty fucking hilarious. It doesn't end with GTG over there.
GTG.
Yeah, he's currently out of state. So hopefully we hear from you. Might be in the chat. Who knows? Fucking Guido's always appearing somewhere. Yeah. So welcome everybody. Welcome to this Sunday live stream. Hopefully you guys are all aware of patreon.com/Pantelis. New month, new stuff to give away. We got Steph, we got Amelie, we got Captain Yolo, Pat Beauchamp, Jess Sorrell, all the way from Australia is here. Witch Doctors, Marie Renee, Flat Cat. Who else we got here? We got DJ Mademoiselle Mew. Richard Kish is in the chat. Drassley. We got people. A to the Tracks is here. Olga's here. We got it. So Poseidon, people were telling me that yesterday, during your live stream in bed with Poseidon, the most bed streams of all streams, you haven't had one bed on the entire stream, for the record.
I'm gonna start wearing
in bed with a robe. Wear one of those robes.
Yeah.
But people were telling me that you went off and they were dying of laughter.
Yes, I had a crazy dream that same
the night before. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, you were talking about a dream. Okay, I didn't know what the subject matter was.
Oh no, it was a dream that I had that was it involves you also. Actually, you're in the dream.
Last time you had a dream, it was that weird sex one when I was in when you were trying to blow a robot a few years ago, the android thing. So I don't want to be part of your dreams. Keep me out of your fucking head.
I can't control them, bro. They just happen.
keep my ethereal existence away from yours, bro. All right. God damn it.
We're literally in the same room though.
Now, but when you're dreaming, don't put me in your sex dreams.
It wasn't a sex dream. It was I'll
believe it when I hear it, sir. Because right now, you had a dream. It's either a sex dream or you had a dream that you wanted black people to have equal rights. It's only two options with you.
It was like a crime dream.
Was I committing crimes?
Well, we were doing this top secret mission. Okay, so it starts off. So there's a movie on Netflix called The Debt Collector.
The Debt Collector.
Okay. So we were driving. The reason why I bring that up is because we were driving a similar car like they drive in that movie.
Okay.
Okay. We're riding around town and we're on this top secret mission, right? And we're going around town and we're doing these missions, right?
Oh, the missions.
Yes, the missions. I don't know what the fuck they are, right? And we're just
this was like missions possible. They were missions. They were missions we could actually do. Head over to the bagel store.
And we're just all
get
cool
one with
and
salmon.
Shit. And we got the cool car and we're driving around. We're like a team, right? So then finally there's a series of events and we go from mission to mission. And finally at night, relax, we end up at a party, right?
Okay.
We end up at a party. We're having a good time. We're drinking. There's broads. Everything's going well.
A lot of broads.
And then some guy tries to start shit with me.
With you? Purposely? Just you?
Just me.
Was I there?
You were there, yeah.
But he didn't want to start shit with me.
No, he wanted to start shit with me.
I'm a good guy.
This is the dream.
I look nice. Nobody wants to shit.
So he tries to start shit. I'm like, yo, bro, you don't want this smoke, right? Back the fuck off. And I'm like, bro.
But you meant literal smoke, like you were starting a fire.
So then I go to him. So I needed help. So I didn't want to deck him in the face because, we had to stay under the radar type of thing. So I go, bro, can you please help me, bro? Like, can you get this guy away from me? So you, instead, thinking like comically to mess with me, you look at him and you go, you whisper, you go, bro, you know what? You should double down. You should mess with him. Take his phone.
I said this to you.
You said this to that guy.
I told the stranger that was about to fight with you to rob you.
Yes.
This is all believable.
So, this is a dream again. So he takes my phone and he starts. So I start chasing him around, and you're laughing. I'm like, bro, why the fuck you laughing? You're like, because I told him to do that. I'm like, you fucking idiot. That's where the documents are on.
Well, that's where the documents.
Yeah, that's the device that the documents are.
That sentence hurt my head. You idiot. That's where the documents are on. I'm like, how did we get hired? The government had nobody left.
So you freeze and you go, oh, and now in the dream you go, oh shit. So we start chasing this guy around,
Now I have to chase this guy.
Yeah, now you're like, oh, fuck, mother. And then you start blaming me for putting the documents on a cell phone. And then I start getting angry. I'm like, no, because it's, you can't tell it's a cell phone, you know, that it has secret documents. This was the argument. You're like,
is this your dream or your dad's dream?
This is my dream. You're like, you're a fucking idiot. I'm like, no, I'm smart. You just don't know it. You're the idiot for telling me to steal my phone. So we're arguing back and forth.
You should have just put it in a briefcase. Go on.
So finally, throughout the dream, we catch up to this guy. And it's in an alleyway, right? So we catch up to this guy. And we grab him, beat him up. And I grab him and throw him through like a door that had like glass square windows. And he breaks one of them, and the side of his neck gets sliced.
Oh, bro, you're fucking rated R Patrick Swayze right now in Roadhouse.
But he survives.
Okay.
Right?
It's a feel-good movie.
Yeah, so he survives. So there's that. I get my phone. We're good. We leave. Blah, blah, blah.
So you almost killed a man, but the happiness is because your phone is safe.
Yes, the phone with the top secret documents.
Priorities, yeah.
Is safe, right?
What were the top secret? Was it dick pics that you didn't want it out?
I have no clue, okay? It's a dream. This is how it unfolded, right?
Okay.
So finally, I don't know what happens, but the cops pull us over, and I end up getting arrested, probably because of what I did.
You know, I hate hearing people talk about their dreams normally.
Why?
Because they're lousy. Dreams don't make any sense.
I know, but that it's still funny. The funny part is coming. Hold on.
You think so? Let's see.
Well, to you, it's gonna be funny. At least it was funny to them yesterday afternoon as well. So. Finally, I get arrested. There's that. I'm in the precinct, and then I keep asking for a lawyer, but the lawyer is disgusted with me. He doesn't want to see me. I'm like, why is my lawyer disgusted?
He could sense the anti-Semitism.
So hold on. So I'm like, so they keep trying to get stuff out of me. I'm like, no, I'm not talking. It's just.
What do you mean you're not talking? I thought you're a secret agent.
No, but
why are they against you?
This is the dream. Again.
Wait, did they want you for the murder of that guy whose neck you broke?
No, they wanted me for, I guess, beating him up.
Okay.
This is what I thought at this moment in the dream. Right?
I love that even in your own head, your stories don't make sense. This is amazing.
But
even in your own head,
it's not a story.
But even in your own head, you know, other people they make these leaps, they connect it. Even in your own dream, your own brain is doing this. I don't fucking know. There's a random things going on in this guy's fucking head. Nobody gets it. I don't fucking know. Your own head's like,
bro, demon tries to take over the body. He's like, bro, what the fuck? I'm leaving. Fuck this, bro. So
the exorcism of no.
Not that body.
Yeah, you just see it's a demon like, ooh. What are we, fucking crazy?
So finally I'm sitting there, and they're like, oh, you know you're gonna go to jail if you don't talk, right? I'm like not talking. I'm like, yeah, I ain't talking.
Tough guy.
Right? You know?
Where am I in all this?
Hold on.
Okay. I'm on hold.
So then finally like they put me in these chains and shit, and they're like, you're going off to the bus, they said, right?
They put you in chains. They went full Django on you. Okay.
Yeah. And like I'm sitting around at this table, and I look out the window and I see all these weird people. One guy's missing a leg, one guy's crooked. They all look like monsters, and they all look like weirdos, right? Disfigured people.
And then you realize you're like, oh shit.
And I'm thinking, hold on.
They're separating us by genetics.
I go fuck yourself. So I'm thinking in my dream, I'm like, wait a minute, why am I here with these weirdos? Like, I don't belong here.
I'm not a retard.
And then this beautiful cop woman shows up, and she sits down, and she's like, look, you don't want to talk about it, but like, you're going to end up with them. You're not like them. Just admit that
what?
guy that you beat up in the alleyway, that you raped him in the ass.
Hold on a second. Hold on, pause. The cop in your brain, the good cop out of the good cop, bad cop, the good cop tells you, listen, I don't know what you're thinking. You want to hang out with these people who may or may not be related to you? Or do you want to tell people that you raped a man in an alley? But
hold on. So then I start freaking out in the dream.
Wait, where did that come from? You raping a guy in the alley?
But hold on. So here's what happened. I go, what? What are you talking about? I never raped him in the ass. I beat him up. I go, and then I start talking. I beat him up.
I raped him in the mouth.
And his neck got sliced. I go, but I never fucking raped him in the ass. What the fuck are you talking about?
Like, no, the guy's alive. He was just raped.
And then she goes, oh, that's weird because his testimony says that he was violently raped by you in the ass. I'm like, that never happened. That never happened. I start freaking out. I'm like, take me out of these chains. No.
Wait, hold on a second. His testimony says that you raped him.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. He seems more credible. I'm siding with this guy because why would he lie about that?
But hold on. So then I start freaking out and they're like, oh, okay. So now you're willing to talk. I'm like, yeah, no. I beat him up. I'll admit to that. I'll go to jail for that I beat him up, but I didn't rape him in the ass. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. So I start freaking out. And then I had like a phone call and I'm like, fuck. I got to figure out. I go, oh, fuck. And apparently he had like 10 to 15 witnesses that none of them showed up. So I'm like,
wait, he had 15 witnesses that you raped him?
Yeah, this is what I was.
Was I one of them?
No.
Because I would totally bury you.
So then I
tried to stop him, but he's very strong and he was very committed to that rape.
Well, wait, hold on. And I end up seeing him somewhere like in the lobby. I'm like, you lying piece of shit. I started insulting him, this, that. I never raped you in the ass. I started screaming.
Why do you keep specifying in the ass? It feels like you raped him.
No, because she told me I raped him in the ass.
Okay.
In the dream.
Where did you rape him?
In the ass.
Oh, so you did rape him in the ass.
No, I didn't. Oh, you motherfucker. Allegedly, you raped him in the ass.
Allegedly. Well, I just asked you straight up and you...
But hold on. So then the dream's not over. So I'm freaking out in this dream now. And I'm like, you motherfucking lying piece of shit. I beat you up and I sliced your neck. You motherfucking... So I'm like, give me my phone call. So my one phone call, I call you. I'm like, bro, you got to listen to me. I go, I'm going away. And then you're like, oh, yeah, because you beat that guy up in the alleyway. I'm like, yeah, but that's not what I'm going away for. And you're like, what is it? And you get all confused and you're like, what are you going away for? I'm like, they're saying I raped this guy in the ass.
And I'm like, fuck, that does sound like you.
And then
this seems like an open and shut
and
case.
Then actually, on the other line, you're laughing hysterically.
Sounds like me.
And I'm upset, and I'm telling you, stop laughing.
Hard to do.
Stop laughing. This is serious. And I'm like, look, and then I go to you all serious. I go, look, I need you to narc on me. That you be my witness. That I actually beat him up and sliced his neck. That was the crime.
Okay.
So then you're like, nah, I ain't no snitch, bruh. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? You really want to be associated with a guy that goes around raping dudes in the ass? So then I start arguing with you, this, that. And then finally I managed to convince you to be my witness that I didn't rape him in the ass and that instead I beat him up and that I sliced him.
But you realize, just for the record, you can't have a witness that says, I didn't see your rape. Like witness that says he did.
No, you were the witness.
Because I'm just saying that would be like right now. Let's say you're in jail.
You
now.
were the witness to my story that I beat him up
but I'm
and
just
sliced
saying
his neck.
why that's weird is like let's say you go to court in your dream, right? And they're like, we have 5 witnesses that you raped this man, and then you're like, don't worry, bro, man, I know 8 people that didn't see me do it. Like it's kind of like that because they weren't there. You know what I mean?
Oh no, but you were my witness to the fact that not that I didn't rape him.
But clearly I wasn't with you after, so I'm telling you right now as a witness, you may have raped him after you beat him up.
because you were there when I beat him up.
I saw the beating. I'm going right now on record. So I'm telling you right now on record. I saw the beating. I did not see the rape. However, I'm going to be honest with the community here, knowing what I know about you, odds are the cops are right. There's an open shut case. You should be put away for a while.
So hold on, it's not over.
You once told me those words. I remember.
What?
You once told me a man forgets a beating, he never forgets a rape. So it does sound like you.
God damn, bro.
I'm against you.
So hold on. Finally, we end up in court.
I'm with the prosecution.
You end up being my witness to the fact that I beat him up and sliced his neck.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a good witness.
Finally, I end up winning. He ends up losing. And the court gets...
He lost his rape case?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he loses. And basically, I come out. I had to pay like a fine because there was an initial lie. So finally, I even avoided jail time for the beating. So I was like, nice.
Okay. Nice.
You know? But then
was this guy raped?
I don't know. The dream never addresses this.
Okay.
So, but then, hold on. Throughout this, and this is how the dream ends. And then throughout the whole, and then that ends, and then we go back to like our adventures, our missions, right? Whatever driving around is that. But now this guy is following us around.
So we're driving.
Yeah.
And he's driving behind us.
Driving, and everywhere we appear, he appears out of thin air sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck, this guy again? And he's always yelling, Poseidon, I want you to fuck me in the ass. And
wait, what the fuck are you talking about?
Hold on. And then I keep yelling. I go, no, bro, fuck off. Just go away. And I'm yelling.
Let me ask you, how much drugs do you do regularly?
Hold on, this is because this is the third day I've quit smoking. Every time I quit smoking,
oh, okay, you get fucked up dreams.
I get weird fucking dreams. So hold on. So
for the people out there trying to quit smoking, you might have dreams where you're guilty of raping dudes in alleys, apparently.
So hold on. So then finally he pops up everywhere we go. I'm like, fuck, I'm tired of this. And then eventually you turn around to me and you're like, bro, just fuck him in the ass and get it over with. And I'm like, no.
That was my logic. My logic was like, look, I'm sick of this trouble. Just bang him.
Yeah.
You know what? It does sound like me.
So then I get upset and I go, no, enough is enough. And as I go to pull out a gun, the dream ends. I go to pull out a gun to, I guess, kill him.
That's your dream?
That was my dream.
That's what you wanted to tell us.
And I woke up.
All this says to us is that you have a lot of repressed homosexual fantasies. And you shouldn't have said this in public. I mean, unless it helps you come out better, which is what we're here for you.
No, I don't have homosexual fantasies, bro.
Are you crazy? What was this?
Bro, I don't know.
What was this?
Bro, I
love how you said that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was like, I woke up and I was like, what the fuck was that? That was insane.
And when you woke up, did you tell him, bro, you never believe the dream I had about you. In the dream, it wasn't consensual.
Go fuck yourself.
What a weird dream.
That's insane, bro. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. I don't have dreams. Like, I have some weird dreams. I haven't had a dream in a long time now, but I've had some weird dreams, but not... I never raped anyone in my dreams. I was never accused of rape in my dreams.
No, I was accused. I never raped anyone in my dreams ever. I was accused.
Look, man, are you trying to say the legal system is flawed? I'm going to go with the law here. The law knows what they're doing.
I was accused in the dream. But, yeah, crazy, bro. I've had all kinds of crazy dreams. I'm parachuting and I'm having sex with a woman, like shit like that. I'm swimming, I'm scuba diving and I'm having sex. Just...
You have a lot of repressed sexual urges.
Not really. I mean...
I'm saying what the dreams, like what the dreams sound like. I'm not a fucking psycho. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. I have a lot of sexual dreams. It's wet dreams, bro.
Well, this one was a rape dream. This was different. And it was a dude.
No, it was not. I never raped anyone.
Well, do you remember the dream years ago where you said there was a robot android that looked like a black guy and you blew him?
No,
to save the world.
He blew me to save the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it wasn't gay because I was eating out two chicks. And the two chicks looked like the two chicks from the bar we used to frequent.
I can't. Yeah. I can't sometimes.
It was to save the world.
It was to save the world. I'll let you blow me. It is... Bro, these are the ramblings of a lunatic.
Bro, but you know
like
what?
One day after you send in some kind of a letter with anthrax in it, they're gonna look back at all these tapes. They're like, all the signs were there. How did nobody know?
But you know what? They're nice scripts, though.
I don't know if these would work as a... You have to be really high to watch this kind of stuff.
Or cartoons. You make it into like the Mike Tyson cartoon with a pigeon.
That's Mike Tyson Mysteries. Yeah. Poseidon Mysteries, yeah. But that has a structure. This has no structure.
This is just lunacy from beginning to end.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Wow. That's fucked up. Anyways, you want to talk to me about fucking Trump, you said. So what do you want to say?
Oh, and then I read that... Hold on, where is it? I have the article.
Because literally this is what you told me when you walked in here. Bro, Trump's lawyer wants to put the vice president in jail and shoot him.
I made a mistake. Pro-Trump lawyer.
Okay, go on. Explain what you're saying.
So L. Lynn Woods, a pro-Trump attorney, tweeted that Mike Pence could be arrested and executed for treason. The attorney dismissed claims of insanity. Hold on. And then I'm going to go to his tweets right away, okay?
Yeah, like what did he say? What
so
treason?
He goes, first 2 months, we have focused on accusing the Democrats of attempting to steal the 2020 election for Biden. We focus on the presidential election. We focus on the obvious. Over time, we have learned that the Democrats were joined by CCP and other foreign countries. We have also learned that the globalists like George Soros and...
CCP, that's China, no?
I think so, yeah. And the elitists like Bill Gates were involved. CIA too, no surprise. Military-industrial complex, in parentheses he put.
Okay.
It all seems so clear we overlook one of the main participants in the theft of the election. And he puts in capital.
Oscar the Grouch. The Hamburglar.
The Republicans. So, and then he goes on a third tweet. He goes, these groups aspire to the goals of communism, a ruling elite and an oppressed class of people who exist to serve those in power. When arrests for treason begin, put Chief Justice John Roberts, VP Mike Pence, and Mitch McConnell at top of the list.
That's enough.
So
I get it. I get it. He's pissed off that they didn't do. Okay.
There's one more.
Yeah.
Okay. So then American Dog. So Pence will save the election as president of the Senate. And it goes, and then Lynn Wood replies, if Pence is arrested, Sec Pompeo, I don't know who that is.
Secretary Pompeo.
Oh, okay. Will save the election. Pence will be in jail awaiting trial for treason. He will face execution by firing squad. He's a coward.
Execution by firing squad.
And will sing like a bird and confess all.
This is absurd. So people are very angry about all the fuckery around the election.
Yeah.
And they're blowing off steam.
Yeah.
You don't have to take it all seriously. They're not going to shoot Mike Pence.
No, obviously I know that.
It's all.
And then they called him insane. He's like, no, I'm very sane.
People get angry and they say stupid shit. That's the thing with a lot of times even people get mad at us, right?
Yeah.
But they won't say in person. They'll act differently.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
I don't know. It's like that impulse and that I don't know how to explain what's going on. But it's just they say stuff that in real life they probably wouldn't say, which is the opposite of us, like comics.
Yeah.
I get in trouble because I tweet things that I say in real life.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yo, speaking of like firing squad and all that, I was watching a documentary.
Yes.
On the Netflix. You ever heard of the Netflix? It exists. It's there. It's a streaming service. It was called Murderer Next Door. Yeah. Murderer Next Door. Apparently there's another movie that I assume might have the same thing as Jail. I don't know, something like that. Because I was talking to George, our friend George Tadrizos of the Backstage Podcast and of the Morning Show, and I wanted to kill him because he was talking about, I guess, shows that he watched or whatever. Guys, I'm not into this whole story. Oh yeah, he was talking about how he likes Mandalorian. Okay. So I said, I just watched Murderer Next Door, and then he goes, is that with J-Lo? And then I replied, what in the fuck are you talking about? It's about a Ukrainian guy.
Hold on, there was a similar movie with J-Lo in it. I think it has to do with the Woman Next Door or
something like that. So maybe he thought that.
Yeah.
So it's like this Ukrainian guy who lives in Ohio, and he has a family. He's been working at the Ford plant for years, and then some information comes out in the 80s that he was a Nazi, and he ran a concentration camp.
Oh shit!
Responsible for like 500,000 deaths, some shit. So he's like, that's not me, and like, of course it's you. And they take him, and then he loses the appeal in the States, and they ship him off to Israel where they want to try him.
Oh shit!
So he's in Israel, and it's like this 2-year process, and he gets tried, and at the end they're like, yeah, we think it's you. You're Vlad. What is it? Vlad, I think, or something. No, Ivan the Terrible. That's what they called him. And he's like, that's not my name. My name is fucking John. And it's like, no, you're fucking Ivan, and we're gonna kill you by hanging. So he loses. Then they do an appeal. They found something that was fucked up. He wasn't. They found who the real Ivan the Terrible wasn't him. He goes back to Ohio. He starts living. Now he's like 91. And then they find new information that, yeah, he wasn't that guy, but he did run a concentration camp in another town.
Oh my God.
So then they fucking 91 years old. They go, they grab him, they bring him to Germany. You know, the Germans are going to try him. Those guys do everything by the book. And the Germans are like, So the Germans, they're like, you ran a concentration camp in Germany. The rules are 5 years in prison. 5 years in prison for running a concentration camp.
What?
But he died before.
That's it?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I guess because he was 91, but he died before he even got to
get in jail.
Yeah, he was deaded. But it was just crazy. Like this whole thing, he's like, because to me in the beginning it seems suspicious because his defenses were very much like, I am not Ivan the Terrible. I am, and he was too calm. Like if it was me, bro, I would have been like, "What? Are you guys fucking crazy?"
Yeah.
I would have lost my fucking mind. You know, are you guys fucking insane?
Bro,
Do I even look like an Ivan? But this guy was like, he kept kind of saying like, "I am not Ivan." He wasn't saying like, "Yo, I didn't participate in concentration camps or whatever." He kept saying weird shit. He was like, "I am not," Ivan. And then he's like, "I've never been to this place or that place." And then one of the places like, well, it says you were here, and that's where you immigrated from. Yeah, there I've been, of course. I was a farmer there. It's like, but you said you've never been there. And he's like, been there, not been there. What's to do with these Jews and these questions? Like it was very, It was very fucked up. So the thing is, here's the problem. So Israel had this whole situation there where it was like the last generation of like Holocaust survivors, and they were held up to like basically their testimony was worth more than any evidence. So if old people there were like, this is the guy, Ivan the Terrible, right? Ivan the Terrible, right? Yeah, that's it. They would believe them over any evidence, which kind of fucked them over because then it made them all kind of discredit the last ones because there's one guy, they're asking him questions and they realized that he's just senile. He's like, yeah, it's him. Like, I remember, I have a good memory. And they're like, yeah, well, you also went to another court case. Where was it? He's like, oh, I was in Florida. And they're like, all right, this is in Israel. You know, he's like, so how did you get to Florida? Like, by train. And they're all looking at each other. They're like, you went from here to there by how again? He's like, by train. So he took the train to Florida.
Oh, no.
He's like, yeah. So they're like, really? This is the guys we're gonna listen to. And then another guy who basically he was yelling. He's like, he's Ivan the Terrible. I'm telling you. And he looked at him in the face. He's like, I don't want to shake your fucking hand. I see your eyes. You killer. You're Ivan. I remember you because he was in that concentration camp. Then you find out this guy had written testimony years when he got out of the concentration camp that during an uprising he and another guy killed Ivan the Terrible. He signed his own name years earlier.
What?
Yeah. So then people are like, yo, what the fuck are you saying? And then it opened up this whole can of worms of when they got to Israel, a lot of the survivors, they weren't treated nice.
Really?
Yeah. People were like very suspicious of them. They're like, how did you survive? How did millions of people die? And how the fuck did you survive? Yeah, there was a lot of animosity. So some of them built up stories that they were heroic when they got there, like him, when he said, like, I killed a guy, to try, because they felt terrible. They had survivor's guilt, and then people were treating them weird. They're like, how did you get away? Yeah. But you got away because of timing and all that stuff that happened. Like, it was just crazy. It was fucking insane.
Didn't George Soros also sell out?
George Soros, he was a collaborator. There were a lot of collaborators at the time, but he was like the liaison. I think they were having him in Hungary to speak to them. To do stuff. He didn't kill anyone.
No, obviously.
But there's a lot. Even in Greece, there's people who fucking. Who the fuck was telling me? Phil during the morning show. Didn't Phil say was it Phil? Who said it? They had whose relatives were. Some relatives were fucking took the wrong side. I remember. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know whose.
Yeah. Anyways, a lot of shit happened. A lot of shit like that happened. Yeah. But anyways, Murder Next Door is what it's called, and it was just interesting to see because what's fucked up is just the so based on if you go directly with what they were charging him with in the beginning that he was Ivan the Terrible, he wasn't. Let's say Ivan the Terrible, so that's kind of like the defense is fucked up. But this guy apparently was in those concentration camps in another city, but they were trying to pin something else on him, which is what I find stupid. You know, like it's like circumstantial and like really half evidence, and they're trying to build a strong case against him. But then easily it could get discredited because of little holes. But in reality, they let him live, till he was 91, and the guy was, but in another concentration camp. So if you had just focused on the actual information instead of trying to make stuff up, you would have had him anyway.
Yeah.
But the thing, and also this Jewish lawyer in Israel who he looks like Jeff Ross. He looks kind of like Jeff Ross, but like older. And he's wearing this gold chain with the Star of David on it. Like he looks like a cartoon Jewish rapper. And he's like, he's like, I took the case. Everybody was mad at me, but I took the case. It was the funniest fucker.
Hold on, I gotta see Jeff Ross.
Jeff Ross, is that from the roasts?
Yes.
Yeah, he looks kind of like Jeff Ross. Funny. Yeah, it was just fucking hilarious.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, bro, it was. But yeah, that fucking guy, bro. It was like they were showing because they're showing actual videos of like concentration camps, like what they had at the time. Crazy, bro. Crazy what humans are capable of, bro.
Oh yeah, insane.
The worst evils.
I had seen some pictures because they were gas chambers, right? So no windows, nothing, just walls, right?
Yeah.
They had claw marks, bro.
Yeah. Of course, you try to get your
cause
like the stories that were being told.
It goes, it like.
But then there was a situation where like they didn't talk about it, and I was seeing it, and I was like, how this should be addressed more because like one of the lawyers on the prosecution side in Israel, I was like, that's a stupid thing to say. He's like, oh, we're gonna believe the facts. You're saying that documents have more weight than the testimony of survivors of the Holocaust. How come they don't matter? It's like, whoa, nobody said they don't matter. What they're saying is they're old people. You have to go with the facts, right? Like you want to believe everyone, but like, fuck, man. At some point, you have to. You can't just believe what somebody's. Not that they're lying. It's just that. Like I said, they're 90 years old. They're missing some.
Yeah.
It wasn't that, but he was making it seem like if you go against them, it's like you hate them or whatever. You're denying the Holocaust or like, are you denying the validity of what they said? And I was watching. I go, it's a stupid argument. Don't argue that. Just argue the facts.
Yeah.
The guy's bad. You're gonna get him. Don't make it about something else. Make it about him. And that's why I think fucked them over in the end. But so he won that. He went back to Ohio. But then after in the States, they got involved. Like, no, fuck this guy. This guy's a Nazi. And they found more evidence.
Goddamn.
And then they sent him to Germany.
To be tried in Germany.
It's weird getting tried in Germany for that shit.
But
imagine he's like, you fucking told me to do it. He starts yelling at them.
Yeah. He's 91, so he doesn't know where he is.
Yeah.
and he sees like, cause like.
Well, he was pretending a lot of times to be like all fucked up, like he was trying to
shit.
Go like this.
Oh no!
But then they weren't gonna deport him. But then they had done a recon on him before, so they found video. He's just getting out of the car, just chilling, being normal. And when the cops show up, it was like this. So they go,
no!
Yeah, they weren't gonna deport him. But then they go, nah, bro.
Sneaky.
It's like when people do insurance fraud and they walk around with a neck brace when people are looking, but then they take it off. Yeah. He pulled one of those. Yeah. But they caught him.
Oh no, bro. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, but it was weird when they went to Germany. Yeah, because I was like, what the fuck, Germany? Like, I wouldn't trust them to travel. And then when they said 5 years, I got to look into that. That seemed weird to me too. I understand he's 91. What are you going to give him? He's dead anyway. Yeah. But it's just like, you should, on principle, be like, I don't know, fucking 200 fucking years, bro. You fucking you helped kill like I think him was like 500,000 people or some shit. Yeah, it's like, bro.
Imagine having the blood of 500,000 people on your hands. How do you sleep?
I don't think you give a shit. Like
you must be dead inside, bro.
There's probably
there's
probably a limit. You know, like when you assassinate like your first person or whatever, they're like the first one's the hardest, and you start. It's like it becomes easier. Yeah. I think after a while you stop seeing people. After a while, it's like a job. It's impossible to see people after a while. If you still felt the same guilt, you would have killed yourself. It's impossible. I think after a while, you just zone it off. And also you believe in the propaganda. This isn't a human. This is a subhuman. You start believing, you know what I mean? Like the people when they mistreat dogs. Yeah. They go, it doesn't feel it. It's a dog or whatever. And they beat it up, this and that. It's the same thing. They try to trick their mind into believing that falseness so that they don't feel guilt.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Because when there's little kids, women crying like, what the fuck are you doing? I never did anything to you. And you kill them, it's because you're zoning off. Yeah. Or survival. You're like, well, it's either I kill them or I die. And then you're scared. And people for survival, they do crazy shit. Yeah. It's like when they trample each other. Yeah. It's shit like that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was a nuts little doc.
Yeah, World War II was a scary time, bro.
Everything's... But then to cleanse myself, right? Because I was like, it depresses you. Because what happens is, my head, I keep thinking about other shit. So then I was thinking about that, just people going to camps. And then Greece, what happened in Greece and all that shit. And I was getting all depressed. So I let me put some fun stuff on. So I put Cobra Kai season 3.
Oh.
In 2 days, I watched the whole season.
Oh, shit.
Yes, it's cheesy, but I like it.
How was it?
People are like, it's too cheesy. That's what makes it fun. A lot of kids, I'm telling you, in this season, it's just kids beating the shit out of kids. There's a lot of child violence. Well, like gang violence.
Really?
Yeah. Like they're breaking into homes. One kid's in juvie. It was fucking crazy. He traveled, Daniel's son, traveled to Japan to go back where Karate Kid 2 was in Okinawa. And they had the actors, like the girl who was his love interest in 2, now older. And I didn't realize who she was. Like, I didn't realize who that girl was. She was in all kinds of movies, like now. But I hadn't realized. I was like, oh, fuck, that's a Japanese girl. Yeah, like she was in 4 Rooms. She was the Asian wife of Antonio Banderas in 4 Rooms. Remember 4 Rooms?
Oh, shit.
I never noticed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I started watching because of you?
What?
Alice in Borderland.
Alice in Borderland is good.
Bro.
Did you finish the first season?
No, I think I fell asleep around episode 4.
I don't think you didn't go to the beach yet.
No.
Okay, wait, there's the beach, and I love the beach. There's what I call Japanese Shihan.
No way.
Yeah. He's Robbie, but Japanese.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I called him Robert Shishang. Bro, it's Robbie, same dress like Rob, but Japanese, the hair, the mustache, the face.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, that's funny.
Actually, I'm going to send a screenshot to Rob later.
But it's
Robert Shishang.
Fuck, bro. So exactly Japanese. God damn.
Yeah. It's fucking funny. And he comes out wearing a robe and swim shorts stuff. Like, it's fucking Robbie, bro.
Oh, my God, bro. Fuck.
Yeah. Robert Shishang.
Robert Shishang.
That's what I called him. I forgot what his name is, but it's a good show, Alice in Borderland.
Bro,
the Japanese is fucked up.
Bro, fuck, what episode did I saw that I was like, my heart, my soul? It was the one with Big Bad Wolf.
Oh, yeah. That was fun. You didn't expect that shit. Bro, Yeah, it does a lot of that. Like it doesn't don't get attached to any character.
God damn, I was like, but that's why I saw that episode and I was like, it brought back Game of Thrones vibes.
Oh, like don't
get attached to a character.
Yeah.
And I was like, motherfucker. Like I was not expecting it. Like, cause in the first 2 episodes, you see all these other characters die, right? And you're like, yeah, whatever, you know. But then like the main character, and you're like, oh, I just spoiled it, didn't I?
You kind of did, yeah. Don't stop talking.
Okay.
Stop talking. Don't spoil it. People. Alice in Borderlands is still
Go
relatively
watch
new
it.
on
It's
Netflix.
very good. It's very
good.
Very good.
Yeah. I like the way the Japanese make stories.
There's another.
Bro, that's like, I'm not saying it's a pro, but there's pros and cons to dropping bombs. The pro is the unbelievable storytelling for years. Video game, the innovation that comes out of that.
You think my dreams probably have something to do with that?
What do you mean?
My insane fucking crazy dreams?
You weren't the victim of any kind of terror.
No, but maybe, I don't know, my ancestors, I don't know, like.
Your ancestors were definitely victims of terror.
In World War II, like, I don't know, maybe some Germans dropped some bombs, the poisoning.
Well, I guarantee if we look back enough in your lineage, they were Nazi collaborators. They probably lived large.
Actually, I found out about my grandfather. Nobody collaborated. My mom's side, they all fought and shit.
Yeah.
My dad's side, they hid.
Oh, really?
Because they're small people.
Yeah, they're little, yeah.
So they couldn't really do anything.
No, mine, both sides fought. Yeah.
They hid, but they at least helped in like apparently maneuvering messages around and shit like that.
Yeah, no.
So they couldn't fight, but because they were tiny.
Oh, yeah. Secure Team 55 says, did you see the video of the cops assaulting people in their own house for being 6 members of a family in Gatineau? Yeah, people were sending me that all weekend. I did see that.
I saw that yesterday.
But that is because some people were like, well, that's what happens when you don't follow the laws or whatever, this and that. And it's like, dude, that's a terrible way of looking at things.
Yeah.
Because you're starting to become okay with this success. Okay, so let's say right now, the children showed up and there were 6 members. Like they said, that's what they said. They go, there were 6 members and you weren't all from the same house. So they pulled them out by force. They're already in the house eating. You're not stopping anything by going and assaulting them. You're not helping the spread by assaulting them. You're not helping stop the spread by swearing at old people. You get it? It doesn't help with anything. It happened. These are people that visited their parents. It fucking happened.
And they didn't commit a crime,
also,
by the way.
you're telling me there's 6 people and they weren't part of the same household, so you need 12 cops. So now you're fucking 20 people in the same fucking... It's very, 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 very... And they're not... The people weren't the best people. They were...
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Like, they were... I think one of them was fucking punching like one of the cops in the beginning. That's what they said. Someone said in the beginning, this guy was punched the cop in the face, which is not the way you react. When
obviously, it's not the way you react, but also...
I'm not saying these guys are good people. What I'm saying is sometimes you have to assess the situation. You could have been like, look, you guys are fucking having dinner. What are the names or whatever? Here are the fines, for example. But you don't go in and forcibly pull people out and attack them during New Year's. Yeah. It's like you two on that side, if you're on the cop side, just like if the guy's punching the cop, you two now you're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
You two now you're asking. So it's very, very, it's very, very fucked up. And I wish that the cops would use some common sense too. I never liked when people were willing to say, I'm just following orders.
Yeah.
Because I had orders too, different places I work, and I was like, meh, you know what I mean? I would be like, guys, this is stupid. And then you talk about it. Yeah. Like, nobody thinks it's stupid. And then like, oh, fuck, that's true. He makes a good point. Don't just do this robotic thing, Because I would have been fucking fine with they see the license plate, they know, and they even fuck with them. They fucking ticket the cars. And they go, here you go. I got your license. You guys are paying this ticket, $1,000 or whatever, and they fuck off. But to go in and grab them, and if it's such a risk, I'm not saying it isn't, but if it's such a risk, why are you putting yourself and others now at risk of spreading the virus?
And causing this chaos.
Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, how does that? They're already there.
Yeah.
They already find them. But what's with the physicals? Yeah, you're dehumanizing people. I don't like that.
But even the fine, man, it's a little for what? For seeing family members on New Year's, bro. Like, I get it, there's a pandemic, man, but bro, there's people bunched up in airplanes. There were people bunched up in airplanes. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense, bro. In line at the airport, they're all separated. But
then in the plane, they're all stuck together. Yeah, I know.
Bro.
I know.
The malls were packed with 1,000 people. And 6 people in somebody's apartment, really?
Well, it was a house, but it's not. I'm not even going one or the other because it's all illogical. It's all because I understand that there's fear right now. Like I said, the people that are dying of COVID in the hospital and shit like that, it's scaring people.
So take care of that.
They are, well, the cops can go beat them to death.
No, but I mean,
I'm just saying because of the fear, governments, everyone's overreacting, and they're not realizing that they're overdoing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like when they tell you don't shake a baby. You panic and the baby's not breathing and they start fucking, because you could have problems or whatever. Yeah. People in panic, people do stupid things,
Yeah.
And that's what's happening now is governments are fucking panicking and they're shaking the baby. That's what they're doing. Yeah. They're like, there's a fire, and instead of calming down and trying to address the fire, They're fucking breaking everything, throwing water everywhere, flipping the fridge over. Like, they're going nuts.
Yeah, that reminds me. Actually, it's funny because like I've seen people react in situations like that all the time, and it makes me laugh because I remember that time where.
Oh, and the government too. People, Dirty Four commented on that. Our government, we know, like a lot of our top officials, when they said don't leave, don't do anything, they left. They went down south, or they went to their families. Yeah. So again, the whole "do as I say, not as I do" is coming up. So people get frustrated because then you have people like, "Oh, well, you shouldn't have gone." But hold on a second, he shouldn't have gone. I'm not saying he should or shouldn't, but why shouldn't he? But the government who tells you not to and puts these rules, and they're allowed to go.
Yeah,
like because they have a different job. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
We're creating that different class system here.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
like that.
No good, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get it 100% what you mean by people panic. Like I've seen it firsthand in situations like that time. The competitor's office caught on fire. You remember that story I told you? And everyone's just sitting there watching. Everyone's just...
Yeah, you were there. You're the one who saved your...
and I was like...
You saved the competition by putting out a fire.
I go there, I'm like, where's the fire coming from? First of all, I went and got my car out right away the first thing. And then I go, where's the fire coming? I see the fire. I'm like, why is everyone just staring at the fire? And everyone just...
People are idiots. Yeah, they don't...
Like, what the fuck, bro? There's a fire. I'm like, fuck everybody. Ran, pulled it out. Anyways.
And then you're willing later to talk to news, be like, yeah, it was a fire. It became big. It was uncontrollable. You're describing how the fire was from beginning to end instead of you going to try to do something.
Yeah.
It's, I saw a film. It's a cheesy, it's for kids, but I watched it and I cried repeatedly because it's for children and I'm a psychopath.
Oh, goodness.
It's called A Dog's Journey, I think.
I heard about it.
It's about a dog that you could hear what the dog is saying. The dog talks. She's talking.
Okay.
And it was a homeless dog. It was raised by cats. Its mother was taken away by the
SPCA?
The SPCA, let's say. Anyways, and then the dog, basically some guy adopts the dog. And then, you know, me, I love the dogs. So I'm like, oh, it's a dog, you know. So then the dog goes missing. There's this whole thing. The dog tries to get home. This guy from the SPCA, they go to steal a dog. They go, your dog looks like it's part pit bull. We have to euthanize it. All this crazy shit. Yeah. So obviously I feel terrible. But all this to say is, even though the movie got me emotional, at the end when the dog, years later makes it home, and I saw a story yesterday about a dog that 8 years later made it home, which made me sad. The SPCA and the cops come, and they're basically trying to take the dog away. They go, we have to euthanize it. We have to euthanize the dog. We know the dog. It's a pit bull. And the chief of police is there. He's like, I just came to check out why the fuck 12 cops are helping an SPCA agent. Like, what's this high-profile crime? Because clearly there's like personal beef with like the people that own the dog and the SPCA guy. And even the chief, when he goes, just, you know, what's the big deal? Even the chief says, no, when you leave, we're going to have to take that dog and bring it to euthanize it. And it's like, just the dog's injured or whatever. They want to take the vet to help it. And that's what they're saying. So even the chief there in the beginning, when he was like trying to be logical, it's not real life. I'm just saying like it was a good, I go, even there you could see that one semblance of humanity, but then he loses it. He's like, yeah, you're right. Let's just follow them, take the dog and euthanize it. Wow. And then it got into this whole argument and they're like, well, this is actually federal property because it was like a veteran's home. It goes, you guys have no jurisdiction. Just get the fuck out of here. So this whole thing, so this whole thing happened. But it was just seeing that, I was like, that's funny because that's how we are now. 15 people for one guy not wearing a mask. So you know what I mean? Like they overdo it now. Yeah. They don't see how, well, now you're just putting more people at risk. Remember like when the cops, Tim Hortons?
Oh yeah, the guy they beat up.
Yeah, more cops with no masks came in to attack a guy that didn't have a mask. So them not wearing a mask and touching and breathing and spitting everywhere was okay, but the guy drinking his coffee without a mask was the problem. It's just
it's retarded.
It's retarded.
It's retarded.
It's retarded.
It's literally retarded.
It's retarded. They're not thinking. They're not thinking. Pantelis should watch the movie where a dog and cat travel 12,000 kilometers to get back home. Do you mean Homeward Bound? Oh, I've seen it many times. And it was 2 dogs and a cat. And it was great. That was The Shadow. That was a sad movie too.
God damn.
They made it. I love animal. I like movies where animals talk.
They're adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, yesterday, I was at our friend's place, and you know he has a pit bull. Adorable.
Oh, very yeah. I like it because the way you said it, our friend's place. You know, he's a made guy.
You know,
he's
the friend of ours.
Yeah, he's a friend of ours. Yeah, you went to his house because the second you said pit bull, I realized who he was. Yeah.
And I found out, who did I find this out from? That apparently in Montreal the law stayed. I thought the law was supposed to go away that pit bulls, you're not allowed to have pit bulls. What's up with that law?
I don't remember. I remember they had the law and they were trying to euthanize them and shit like that. But then people fought it. They're like, what are you talking about? Because also the way they defined pit bull wasn't. Do you remember? It wasn't clear. Like they could. It depends on what they see, how it looks, and weird. So it could be like a calm, chill dog that's like, it's like we think this is a pit bull. So it was a weird law that they try to fight.
Yeah, but I don't know where the law stands anymore. But anyways,
I thought they were gonna take it out because they said it's too vague.
I think they were gonna,
because they were taking too many dogs away.
Supposed to, but this happened. Anyways, I don't remember.
By the way, I'm just saying, even when I saw the movie, when the guys like put the dog down, this and that, I was like, this. And it was two lady cops and the SPCA guy, and I was like, why would he put the dog now? Because he gave him the dog in the beginning, and they took him to SPCA. I was like, you wouldn't get the dog. There's no way in hell I would give you my dog if you told me you're gonna euthanize the dog. Get out all your tasers, because no one's gonna shoot me for holding my dog.
Yeah.
Get out your fucking. There's no way I would hand over my dog to die.
No way. No way. No way.
And lady cops, bring in the real cops. I still won't fucking. Get. No, but when I saw that, I was like, how can you just give it away? I wouldn't give that. Come to my fucking house. I'm getting this fucking dog. Get out of here, bro.
I'd go nuts. I'd go nuts. I think I'd go nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this, Gary says they're talking in the chat about making a remake, but a movie where you and Guido get lost. It takes you 8 years to get back home. Yeah. Well, you know what?
That's not a.
Wait for tomorrow's 2-drink minimum. Wait for 2-drink minimum, because I mean, no joke, it's a possibility, and I don't mean a movie. I mean in real life.
Look, not for me.
Well,
no way.
What if you were together when that thing happened last week?
Oh, bro, I'd dump him, bro. I'd be like, fuck you, bro.
I'm alone.
Fuck it, bro. I'm causing trouble, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
You heard him. He wasn't
not my responsibility. He's older than me.
He wasn't causing trouble.
Well, that we know of.
We should. Oh, I'm gonna see when he gets back, because it would be funny if he came to 2-drink minimum to tell us the story.
Yeah.
But I'll talk about it tomorrow for sure, because he even said, he goes, you should talk about the follow up on 2-drink minimum.
But that is funny though. In all seriousness,
it's crazy. It's a full GTG story.
But how do you?
No, don't give anything away. Let them enjoy. It's a 2-drink minimum tale.
Right. I'm sorry.
The fans of 2-drink minimum deserve to have continuity from last week. They deserve to get an update that nobody expected, by the way. Like, did you expect that turnaround? I didn't think about the episode and then think about the update this week.
Well, I got
the call, and I remember when I called you, and I told the first thing I told you was, look, you're not going to believe this, but I'm not playing a prank on you. Just listen to what I have to say. And you were like, what, bro? And then when I told you, you're like, what are you talking about?
Well, also throughout the whole time, I thought, I told you what I thought, and I was like, and I kept saying,
you thought it was a prank.
Yeah, and I thought you were in on it.
No, it was so ridiculous what happened. 2-drink minimum tomorrow, you're gonna love it. It was so ridiculous that he thought it was an elaborate prank. He thought that members of the government, myself, him, strangers, everyone colluded to fuck with him. That's how ridiculous it sounded.
And I even kept giving you some looks at some moment. Like, I was like,
to see if I'm fucking with you.
Yeah,
you're crazy.
I was like, there's no way he would.
Bro, it was New Year's, bro. I brought my mom over. I was busy. I didn't have time to.
Yeah, it's true. But that's what kept going through my head. I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, there's no way. But it felt, honest to God, bro, it felt like I was being punked. Again.
When I got the phone call, bro, I thought.
Even the other time when I had went over.
Yeah, but I thought when this happened, I honestly thought, I go, is this like someone's fucking with me? And then when I realized it was real, I was like, where am I? Did I die? Is this purgatory? What is, these are not real situations. These can't be human being scenarios. It's like, fuck, like, forget Larry David moments. It's like I'm living in a sitcom that Larry David just imagined. I was like, what is happening?
God damn.
And I didn't tell Mikey. All I told him is, wait till you hear the update. I didn't want to spoil it.
But like, here's the thing, because like I've gotten myself into adventures, so you say, in life. You know what I mean? Like that time I got stuck in Germany.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got myself into situations, but they're like a flick in time, and they last for so little, and then the problem solves itself.
I do get into a lot of weird situations, but I mean? not like him in the level, like the escalation.
Yes.
Is so fast with him.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, it's like if I was in his shoes, I wouldn't be able to take everything in at once.
Yeah.
Because it's so much bam, 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 bam. It's like, fuck, this is crazy. These are the escalations. The only thing next is that the fucking president comes down and does something to you specifically. Like, it's the only next logical step. It's just crazy.
Oh, God.
Oh, speaking of the alien thing.
Oh, yeah, the alien thing. But I was going to say the fact that pit bulls are gentle giants.
What I've noticed, and I could be wrong, with dogs, they're good. Different breeds are good, different stuff.
Yeah.
However, I've noticed that with dogs, the owner plays the biggest
Yeah.
part of all of it.
Yeah.
Like the owner, I've noticed when it's a good owner, it could be a huge dog. It's like the size of a bear, but it's like a fucking baby.
Yeah.
But even little dogs, like I know a guy who has a dog like mine. Like it doesn't look the exact same, but it's small.
Yeah.
And he treats it like shit. And I used to get mad. We used to have an argument like, why are you treating the dog like that?
Is that who I think it is?
It is who you think it is. And the dog's an asshole. The dog's a bit of an asshole because he's an asshole to the dog.
Yeah.
My dog, who was abused for 7 years, was treated like shit. Now, after all these years with me, now you see her. She lives life like she's like a cartoon baby.
Yeah.
You know, she's the gentlest thing.
I know.
And she had reason to be angry with everyone.
Yeah.
They treated her like shit for years. But you know, so that's what I believe. So I think if you teach your dog to be shitty and you teach it to be shitty, and then you want to blame the race of the dog, but you taught your dog to be a fucking asshole. You kept beating it with newspaper. You know what I mean? Like you fuck with your dog. Yeah. For what I've seen, I don't know, I could be wrong, but from what I've seen, when you do positive reinforcement and you treat them, they're just gentle. They're nice.
Yeah.
I've seen Rottweilers be nice. I've seen, so I don't think it's I think it's how you treat them.
Yeah. Also the vibe of the person.
Tell me.
You know, like I'll give you an example. My dog, my mom's dog, gentle, also sweetheart, but will bark at anyone.
Yeah.
Kind of like how my mom yells.
That dog is a racist though. you know it doesn't bark at everyone. We know this to be true, right? You could say it.
Well, that's because of,
I don't know why, but definitely only barks at specific non-white people. Your dog, I've already told you, has learned some racist shit, bro. Your dog's like, hello, Steve. Good to see you. Hello. Sanjeep, and starts freaking the fuck out. Your dog is fucked.
Well, that's because of a person. That's because of...
Your mom?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Who else would it be?
Because here's the thing, like... No. Here's the thing, because my neighbor at the time, who's from Senegal, he's black, right? Doesn't bark at him.
Maybe knows your neighbor. It's a cool dude. I don't know what it is, but your dog's definitely...
So here's the thing. Every time it sees somebody brown approach me...
Yeah. It loses its shit.
I have to yell at the dog to calm down. And then usually sometimes like around that area, I know the person. So I'll talk to him and say hello. Like I used to be good friends with another guy. Yeah. So we used to talk. And the dog would freak out. I go, why are you freaking out? Why are you freaking out to my dog? And she just goes like, oh, I'm not supposed... Oh, I'm sorry. Your dog's like
an old man. What are you doing talking to this guy?
I'm like, what are you doing? And I'll literally look at my dog and I'm like, what are you doing?
The neighbors are looking at us. It's just your dog's an old man.
And the dog will realize that she's not being okay. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I'll look at her and she'll go, and she'll sit like that. And I'll continue.
Your dog's mad. Your dog's like, fucking 2020. This is bullshit. Back in my day.
But you know what's crazy is she'll primarily only listen to me.
Yeah.
For some stuff. But as soon as she's on the couch and she has her toys, forget it. Doesn't listen to nobody. That's her territory. That's because she got spoiled by my mother.
Yeah, my dog's spoiled in a different way. My dog looks at everyone the same way, looks at everyone, and then if your calm comes to you and says hello. Yeah. My dog likes everyone. My dog's she's living a fucking happy life, bro. She's like, I take pictures sometimes just to have it as proof, because I see her things. She's just smiling. Like a fucking cartoon. Like, what are you doing? You stop smiling.
They're happy, bro.
Like when I walk in the house, she smiles. She smiles and she dances for a long, and she can't get off her face. She's grinning.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's the weirdest thing. Like, you're a dog. You're not supposed to smile.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
It's like I had seen a video of a pit bull. He's about to get his toy bone.
He starts smiling.
And he's
they're fucking hilarious,
bro. They're amazing, bro.
I like dogs.
They're amazing.
Yeah, dogs are the shit. Anyways, go back to the aliens. I want to hear about your racist dog. That's a story for another time.
Look, it's not really racist, but anyways, whatever.
Your dog is 100% racist. Bro, your dog is forced segregation, bro.
Look, I had a rough upbringing, my dog, okay?
Yeah, with you.
No.
Yeah, you guys got it from the pet store.
I was never home.
I know, but what I'm saying is with you guys, the rough upbringing was in the same place you grew up.
I managed to teach her some good stuff before she gets completely ruined by everybody else. You know what I mean? And so that's why she'll only listen to me for some stuff. But
anyways, let's talk about the aliens.
Okay. Aliens and Galactic Federation exist. Ex-Israeli space chief.
Ex-Israeli space chief.
Yes.
It's goddamn Israeli propaganda.
There is allegedly a galactic federation of alien species among the stars, and they don't want humans to be a part of their club.
Hey, what's up with that shit, though?
So that's racist.
First of all, that's not racist. That's just like, it's bullying. You can't come in the club.
A former head of Israel's military space program claims that extraterrestrials have made contact with officials in the United States and Israel over the years.
Just the United States and Israel, or that's what he knows of? Because actually,
I guess that's what he knows.
Because remember, the Canadian defense minister had said that too.
Oh yeah.
He said, "Of course, we have contact with them. There's at least 4 races that we've had contact with, but they don't like us."
Maybe these are.
But they said they don't like us because of the shit we do.
Yeah.
The Canadian guy said that they have, they've been told repeatedly by the aliens, like, you guys are immature. You're not ready for us to give you any technology because you keep killing yourselves. If we give you any form of technology, you're going to blow each other up.
Well, imagine giving fucking Erdogan fucking supreme laser beams, bro.
Yeah.
You know, or imagine giving Erdogan laser beams like what my father describes.
Yeah, well, I don't know why you keep bringing up the Turks, but it's more of imagine giving a chimpanzee an assault rifle.
No, because I'm saying he would have bad intentions with it.
No, but he has bad intentions regardless. That's what I'm saying. It's like giving a chimpanzee a machine gun is more apt because it doesn't know what it is, but it'll fire the fuck out of it and kill itself.
Oh, I like that video. You remember that video?
That was a fake video. In Africa?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fake. That
was fake?
Yeah.
I thought...
there was no such thing as monkey soldiers with the guns. That was...
No, it wasn't a monkey soldier. They had given it to it by mistake. And
they didn't give it to by mistake. They were laughing around, dancing. It was a fake video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was obviously fake.
That was fake?
Yeah. You thought the monkey just started cocking the gun back and started shooting people?
I thought it did it by mistake.
That's not a mistake.
I don't remember. The video is very vague in my head anyways. But the aliens won't come out in public because they worry people will freak out. In other words, they've done their homework. Humanity isn't ready, Professor and retired Israeli General Haim Eshed said this week.
You see Professor and retarded General?
Retired.
Oh, same.
During an interview with the Hebrew language paper, Yediot Acharonot.
It's called idiot, really?
Yediot. Yediot.
With the famed Israeli idiots in space.
With the Hebrew language paper, Yediot Acharonot.
I don't even know how to... I'm going to assume that that's said correctly.
I guess.
I hope you just swore.
Eshed told the paper that aliens are already among us on Earth and that several species have formed a galactic federation akin to the one seen in Star Trek, according to the translations by the Jerusalem Post. He also suggested that the U.S. and Israel have been collaborating with aliens on space travel for years and that U.S. President Donald Trump was on the verge of revealing their existence. This is on globalnews.ca, though.
I don't trust global news either. It sounds goofy.
Eshed, 87, he's a little... spoke to the paper while promoting his upcoming book. There it is.
He's promoting a book. Because
this instantly became...
it's a media thing because it sounds too goofy.
Yeah. No, as soon as I see...
First of all, the fact just...
promoting his book...
If he had said they're talking with a lot of big governments, heads of states of countries around the world, I'd be like, okay, that's more credible. But America, one of the biggest countries, that makes sense. And the Jews, like, it doesn't make sense. Why? Like, what? They just don't like Palestinians, these aliens. It's just fucking crazy. Like, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, just that. There's a lot of holes there.
Yeah.
It would make sense. China, they're so big. The Russians had contact. You know, you could say something like that.
Yeah.
India, even a spacefaring people. You know, something like that. Not randomly them and us. Like, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. There's holes.
As soon as I see promoting his upcoming book, it loses instantly because that right away. It's you have sales associated, money. Forget it. You know.
What's the title of the book? What's the deal with aliens?
The universe beyond the horizon.
That's a good title.
Yeah. He claims are wide-ranging, earth-shaking, and unverified, but his credentials are hard to ignore. He previously served as a top official in Israel's military space program from 1981.
I didn't even know Israel's going to space.
Look, well, I don't know anymore, but there was that thing in Hawaii also, that the blue spaceship that went into the ocean.
Yeah, I've seen some of the declassified videos and shit. I don't know what they are. I don't know what's military.
Yeah.
Because the military wouldn't divulge everything they're doing. So they could be working on cool ships and all that stuff, and then, you know, it gets out, and then what are they going to say? oh, that's this branch of the military. He's not gonna say it. Like,
it could be. You remember when the Pentagon released that information about UFOs?
Yeah.
It could be literally that they're working on top secret shit.
Yeah, but did you see what they released? Like, I was looking back at it now. I even saw a documentary about it. They purposely, the time they chose and the stuff they released and how they released it was purposely done to be like, all right, get out of the way so people stop asking questions. But they didn't give the good stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Like
they released stuff that we had already seen, but that they wouldn't validate that they were real. You get it? And now all they did was validate, yeah, what you saw was real. But they didn't put in all the extra stuff around it. They basically said, yeah, we're declassifying this. Like, yeah, but those were videos that were out there that you said were fake. No, but the videos were real. We're letting you know it's real. But they didn't give us anything new.
Okay.
You get it? But by adding credibility, it made people go like, whoa, what the fuck? So you're saying it's real? And like, yeah, we're saying it's real. But then they're not really saying anything more.
Yeah.
So that's what was fucked up about that. How would you convince a planetary population, security team says, to get jabbed? Flu, a massive panic, and getting people in a vaccine of internment. Well, yeah, if you make people panic, they're more willing to accept all kinds of shit. That's true.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Yeah. You saw Nancy Pelosi, they trashed her.
Oh, yeah.
Spray painted.
Both her homes, I think. Vandalized both her homes.
Just two homes on a government salary? Houses. Jesus Christ. How did she must be very good at saving money.
For herself, but not for anybody else, though.
She pays a lot. She has a lot of deals on the side.
Yeah, of course.
And what did they write? We want our 2K?
No, what did they write? Forget the 2K. We want everything.
That's how it works. You see the two different camps of people, though. One camp is, we don't want the government. We don't want anybody stopping us. Let us be able to create wealth, work hard so I can make money. The other camp is, close everything down. We don't want to do anything, but we also want all the money. One of those doesn't work.
Yeah.
One of those doesn't work.
And it's a little obvious of which one doesn't work.
You can't make something from nothing. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
You can't make it's not. And they try. I even saw people were, I guess, Fidel Castro, they're celebrating something today about him because people were tweeting about Castro and the stuff that they were associating to him, like people are not free in capitalism and it's wrong and this and that. And I was like, does anybody understand what communism really is? Do you know what I mean? Like, does anybody know what the fuck, when you're waiting in line for your daily meal of delicious single potato, it's just crazy.
I started reading the book.
1984?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And I'm getting goosebumps.
How come?
Well, because all this shit I'm seeing, bro, it's like in the book. You know, it's like fucking happening. You know?
What do you mean?
Like at some point at the beginning, I'm only at the beginning. I've only read like 50 pages.
Okay.
But
that's still good.
Yeah. And I've read it for 3 hours so far. About like in and out, you know? Sometimes I'd read like I'd only have 15 minutes, so I'd read 15 minutes. Anyways, you know what I mean. So there was a part in the beginning that was explaining how capitalism was slavery or something like that. That it was explaining in very like it didn't. I don't think it said capitalism, but like I think what would it say? What was it? Fuck, I'm trying to think of the lines. It was like in capital, war is peace.
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
You're gonna learn about doublethink.
Yeah, well, I've gotten to doublethink. I'm not understanding it so far.
Okay, so it's two opposing ideas that both exist in your head.
Yeah.
But they're opposed, but you agree with both of them. For example, war is peace.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
so you're trying to justify it, like they're trying to justify the reason why they're going to war with the Asian armies or
East
the
Asia,
East Asian armies,
yeah.
Whatever. It's that's a war. People are dying. This and you but they're not seeing that. Like, no, that's peace. War is peace. We have that to have peace. So then we all work because we all work in the factories to contribute to the war, and we get our rations. Remember, they give them the rations. They go. So we're and that's what people do now. People like it should have been like, let's say in the States. The Democrats were supposed to be the party that's not for war.
Yeah.
And then somehow they switched and they started justifying, because the military-industrial complex, they all wanted money, they all wanted their kickbacks. They started justifying wars in different places.
Yeah.
In order for freedom and peace and democracy, we need to blow that country up. It's like, what the fuck? How does one fit with the other? But they were justifying in their head. They were saying it in schools. And people were like, you have people who were anti-war supporting pro-war candidates and their pro-war agenda. But they were actively saying that they're anti-war. So it's like, I'm anti-war. We have to bomb Syria, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like, but you're not listen to what you're saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, double think happens a lot. People think too.
And there was another one. There was because there was a slogan, right? What was it?
Freedom is slavery. Because they go, when you're free, you're a slave. Like, it's better to be in a system where you know your role and stuff. That's what communism is. Where you know your role, because freedom is slavery. You being free, then you're a slave to working. You're a slave to the You're a slave to your own dreams, like wanting to do more and create stuff. You're a slave. You're never happy.
Yeah.
But if you have you're a cog in the machine, that's good. That's real freedom. Because then you're contributing to the greater good of everyone else. You don't have to think.
Yeah.
You just know this is your job. It's a whole crazy thing. But what's fucked up is that now in our day and age, because some people, they don't take information properly. They'll go to university. They don't dissect and analyze what a professor's telling them. They just take it face value, and they just regurgitate it. And they go, yeah, that's what we need. We need communism. It's going to help. And then the logic again is flawed. They go, well, we have poor people now in the system, right? Well, yeah, of course. Most people, everyone's fucking poor. Well, how can there be poor people with socialism? If everyone is equal and they get their own stuff, fucking problem solved. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
They don't think about how that works. They don't think about the fact that we've engineered everything we've done. The contributions to society are because people were able to work extra, use their imagination, create stuff, create wealth. The government doesn't create wealth.
No,
it needs private industry to do it. Yeah. It needs people to create and innovate. Once you depend on the government, I was looking at a documentary about Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan is another one of these Turkish original places there in Asia. It's kind of like a weird North Korea, Turkey, Asia mix. It's like this weird fucking country where they have natural gas, like one of the largest reserves in the planet. Okay. So they have money, but it's like they have this weird dictator who calls himself a president. All these buildings, they're made of white marble, bro, like billions of dollars.
Oh my God.
But they're empty. There's no one in the capital. It looks beautiful, but there's no one in it. It's like this false facade thing of because then you go look at the regular people. So we're talking about the Department of Education.
Yeah.
The building, bro, it's so beautiful. It's built it looks like an open book. What? It's a giant book. Yeah, beautiful stuff in Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan? Yeah. What was the building called?
It's their Department of Education.
Department
of Education, Turkmenistan capital. So it's beautiful stuff, right? But there's no one in it. And then you look at the regular population.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Bro, wow. You look at the regular population. They were going to interview them. Bro, they're villagers, bro. They're big, bearded, donkey living in squalor villagers. But they go, look, our country's rich. We're doing great. Look at what we have. Communism. Look at the stuff we're building to get this and that. But it's there's no more private industry. All the jobs are government controlled. You work for the government. It's garbage. God. But a lot of people would see the facade.
Yeah.
They wouldn't realize, but you can't talk shit. They changed all the rules. The months of the year, they changed them. They're all members of the old dictator's family. Each month is a different name of one of his relatives.
Jesus.
All kinds of weird laws they put in. You're not allowed to have a pet dog because he didn't like the smell of dogs. So no pet dogs allowed. Weird shit. That's what you give up.
Man, and because in the book, also I'm reading this Newspeak.
Oh, Newspeak, yeah.
Yeah, so it's reminding me a lot of the way people talk.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're saying it's
dead naming, all that. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. And then because they're responsible at some point in the beginning. They explain how his job is to modify
the language
and news articles and all this shit. And I'm like,
that's what they're doing now. Yeah, he's Facebook basically.
Bro, I'm reading this and I'm like,
yeah.
No, it's happening. I'm freaking out, bro, in my apartment reading this. It's stressing me, but I'm enjoying it though.
It's a great work of fiction, but there's a lot that was clearly taken from the way the world headed and stuff. Because there's ways of you use communist tricks, you use propaganda tricks, and you infiltrate it, you sprinkle it on the society now, what was a free society, and slowly it starts enslaving itself. So instead of you coming in to enslave it, we're enslaving ourselves. We're ratting out our neighbors. Well, we're the ones telling, oh, what? You didn't hear that now I identify as a tiger? Oh, well, you're getting fined. Yeah. Because I didn't even know. How could I know that? You're not dressed as a tiger. We're doing it to ourselves.
Exactly.
So you enslave each other. Yeah, it's fucking brilliant.
And the screens that they have in the book, because they talk about that screen, reminds me of this.
Yeah.
So I was like, we are so fucked. We are so fucked.
People are dumb.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, people are fucking, because the thing is, they do it to themselves. You know what I mean? Like, you know how I said use common sense? I'm like, I'm not gonna, like, let's just be logical.
Yeah, like sometimes I have this issue where I'll blurt out stuff. Like I don't, like sometimes there's no like, it'll just go, meh, they won't. And then, you know?
Yeah.
So I have that same issue, so I get it. But I'm
very
enjoying.
Reactionary.
Yeah, I'm enjoying reading though. It's teaching me how to be, I don't know how to explain it, more aware or more
critical.
Yeah.
I mean, like, analyze everything. When they, like, for example, let's say when like something offensive or whatever, like let's say when remember when Kathy Griffin, she had that, when she had the fake Trump head, this and that.
Yeah.
So I didn't find it particularly nice or cool or what. I didn't really think anything of it. I thought it was excessive, but like I didn't care. But the reason why I wasn't like, make sure she's fired, she shouldn't work again, the reason why I found that ridiculous and I didn't go that route is because I was thinking about it logically. Like, I say stuff that to someone might seem as crazy as that seems for people that are seeing that with her. So then if I apply the same logic, then someone could just as easily cancel me and be like, you can't work or whatever. So even though she didn't lose work in the end, she ended up gaining. But I'm just using it as an example. Like, the reason why I wasn't for cancel that is because I do the same thing, basically, to other people who don't like my opinion. They might freak out just as much. So you have to apply it equally or it doesn't work. But now people aren't thinking about the repercussions. Yeah. They're blocking. Oh, you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't say this. And then in a year or two, when they get fucked over, they're like, what are you talking about? I'm not free to fucking say that. And then it's like, no, you set these parameters up. Yeah. You set the parameter of, even if someone unintentionally offends you, it should be illegal, this and that. Yeah. Well, 2 years later, you unintentionally offended another fucking idiot. Yeah. Now you're fucked. Yeah. And they're gonna be like, but I didn't do it on purpose. Yeah, neither did the guy 2 years ago to you, you fucking idiot. Yeah. You know?
And it's funny because in the book, it also describes two kinds of women in the book, of how it's usually children and these fucking extreme women that snitch. And then I was like, reading,
SJWs basically.
And I was like, fuck, this is really not good, bro. I was like, God damn, bro, we're fucked. I've just read 50 pages, bro. I haven't even read.
I told you that was a good read.
I haven't even read the rest, bro.
They actually had made a good movie. It was long, I think, but they made a good movie back in the day of it.
Yeah?
Yeah, in the 80s? Was it 70s? 70s maybe.
And they should, with the technology we have, they should remake a movie on that book.
They can't now. There's too much that they would have to alter because people would get offended. So, and no studio's going to make it. Yeah, they had Karens in 1984. Yeah, there's always a Karen. There's always someone willing to rat you out.
He talks about, and because you say the thing with the dictator in
Turkmenistan,
of the days of the months, and that they can't tell in the book what month it is or what year it is even. I was like, shit, man.
Yeah, because that's the problem with putting these weird limits, right? Like these weird laws to benefit few mental patients, right? Because then when they go, well, I'm offended by the names of the year. Okay, you might be offended, but we need these. It's like, no, guys, fucking Steve's offended. So what? We can't identify months anymore. Now we just go naturally because people get anxious when you tell them what month it is. That would be crazy.
That's insane.
That would be crazy.
But that's insanity.
But it sounds excessive, obviously. I don't think we're going to get to that. But I'm saying that's the problem when you just go, all right, you're offended. Okay, so then we'll move on. Oh, you can't just stop because someone's offended.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is it never matters when people are offended by real stuff. It's like, oh, you're offended by the drones killing children in the Middle East. We're going to keep doing that.
Oh, but that's because that lines
but I'm just saying, it's a little...
That's the difference.
The lines are drawn very
But that's because
awkwardly.
You're offended by something that fills their pockets up.
But everything fills your pockets up. Controversy always brings some kind of reward. There's money in controversy.
No.
That's why a lot of people come out and they say stuff just like, I was harassed on the set of this. And then you find out the stories, you're like, that's not harassment. Yes, he said I wasn't as good of an actor as I thought I was. And like, I've been working for years. Like when you hear a lot of like what happened with Joss Whedon in the Justice League movie or whatever the fuck it was.
Well, what happened? I don't know what that
Yeah, because they were saying that he was abusive and this and that. But then you hear the details, you're like, all right, guys, these are adults. Like, let's calm the fuck down.
Yeah. It's like what happened with Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah, even Tom Cruise, who went nuts and he was yelling or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Fucking Tom Cruise is in the right. But you got shut down 6 times. You're all about to lose your jobs. The government told you in order to allow this to be fucking open, you have to follow these fucking rules. And you 2 guys are fucking around. I would lose my shit too. He's one of the producers.
Executive producer.
He's one of the, he's one of the executive producers.
There's producer and executive producer. There's a
difference. Yeah, this changes nothing in what I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
So he's spending his money. You're all getting paid.
Yeah.
Right? You're gonna risk the livelihood of other people on set. Just be like, fuck off. I understand him getting pissed off. Yeah. It's a huge thing, and it's for simple stuff. It's not like no one's gonna do anything. You were shut down 6 times.
Yeah.
You couldn't fucking do the movie. Just shut the fuck up. And I think it's because the guys kept taking their masks down and hanging out together. They were supposed to have the meters distance. Even when I did that fucking show 2 weeks ago, or whatever, like they had the 2 meter thing even during the scene. Even during the scene, they came and measured all that stuff.
Oh, really?
And then you take out your mask. Yeah. Even during the scene, do you think I was like a fucking asshole? Like, you have to put your mask on. I put my mask on, took it off, did the scene.
Hold on.
Because I don't want them to get fucking shut down.
But hold on. In the scene, you had the mask?
No. We had to. So basically, you take the mask. Everyone gets into position. They have to measure the position. They have to move us around to make sure that we're at least 2 meters apart for the scene. And then you take it off and they start recording.
Okay.
So you're not wearing it during the scene.
Oh, and through.
But the second they stop recording, you have to put your mask back on. Because people walk around now, you get closer again. Yeah. But I wasn't like rebelling or anything like that. I was like, I get it, because all it takes is one person to say something, and they shut everything down. Yeah. Everyone stops working.
Yeah.
So I didn't say. I was like, yeah, this makes sense. This is what they said. Do this to stay open. I fucking get it. So Tom Cruise, I got him. I understood him yelling.
The only thing that I found funny,
and the way they bit, like 2 people said, we quit. Okay, good for you. You're allowed. You're an adult. You're allowed to quit.
Yeah.
But as an adult, you have to assume the consequences too when you make mistakes. And a lot of bosses won't yell. There's different types of bosses. And some bosses harass only. They yell and it's never good. I understood this guy's frustration. I could hear in his voice. It's like when I fucking go crazy on you. Yeah. Like I heard it. It was 1, 2, 3. It's like, how many fucking times, guys? Like, seriously. And they're not, it's like, I'm losing my money. I'm not paying for this. It's being fucking delayed.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're on a paycheck. It's an investment.
But the other people aren't going to get a paycheck. If they shut it down, the movie can't. So everyone's going to lose their fucking job. So I got his frustration. I understood his frustration. I'm not, I love making fun of him because he's he's still a crazy person. But I get the frustration of, fuck, guys, like, come on. Yeah. We're trying to make this work.
Yeah. The only thing I found funny about that was that even him yelling, he sounded very small.
Yeah, I told you that. Yeah, he sounded petite.
Yeah. Like I was trying to listen.
What are you guys doing? Hey, big guy, come here. That's my child. Whatever. Hey, big guy.
It's funny how even in the voice it transcends.
Yeah, he's a little guy.
Yeah. That's the only thing that made it. That's like, even though like I was taking it seriously, and I was like, I get him, like, and I agree with it. I was like, fuck, I wanted to laugh so hard because I can't,
Yeah, well, I've been in situations where like I remember I had boss yelling, but I was actually wrong or something like that, and I was like, all right, it's just part. It's just, I guess, from hockey and stuff. Like, you're just used to it. You're like, yeah, he's letting us frustration. I fucked up. I'm gonna do better. Yeah. I wasn't like, I fucking quit. Yeah. But you fucked up. Yeah, but then I got yelled at. When I fuck up, you should just tell me, did you fuck up? Do you think you fucked up? Like, yeah, you fucked up. That's what happens. Adults, they react. Yeah. That's what life is.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy though. There's a whole breed now. We're going to see how the next generation goes. Because that crop of people that, are always, they don't want to work, but they want the benefits of everything. They don't, the bitchy, communists, but they'll have iPhones. The confused, that confused generation. I don't know if they can hold good positions to change anything. But imagine if they would get into powerful positions.
We're fucked.
We'd go back 300 years.
Yeah. Hold on. There's I think the issue is Gen Z.
Oh, you're looking at the gen names. I don't. You're saying this, but to me, it's alien. I never understood any of that stuff. I don't know who's what.
But
gen.
Here's the thing: like, it's crazy because like I'll see two polar opposites. Is because like with the young.
Because I don't think it's a generation thing. Because it's not genetics, and it's not even the direct culture. A lot of it has to do with what school you go to, and what professors you had.
Because like I'll look at my brothers. They don't think like they think like me, like complete opposite, like
they don't think.
No, but I mean like they don't think.
I know, I'm busting your balls. Yeah.
So at least, even though we're all kind of dummies, at least you know what I mean. They're not dummies in that sense.
Yeah, no, I know people of varying generations that think similarly or different. Like the stuff that you wouldn't expect. Like I know people who are in their 60s that think like social justice warriors.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense to me. Like how?
It's just what they were around and what's convincing to them. But some people say stuff like I know older people that believe in that stuff, but it's double think because they're saying something, but they're living a different lifestyle. Like they're talking about communism and taxing, let's say, the rich a crazy amount of money, but they're rich and they fight to not have to pay extra taxes. So,
hold on, wait, repeat that?
Yeah. And I know a specific person I'm thinking of right now.
Do I know him?
Yes, we'll talk about it after the show.
Oh, shit.
But the second I tell you after, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, that's fucking true. But so they say, and they actually believe it. Yeah, this and that. And the fucking rich people, it's like, but you fall in that category. You're not he's not mere you. Like, he has money, like real money.
Okay.
And you fight tooth and nail, which I'm all for.
Yeah.
To not get fucked over and give too much to the government. But at the same time, you like, who do you think these rich? It would be you, stupid.
Really?
Yeah, it would be. So it's
I think I know who you're talking.
You
about.
100% know who it is. But it's not just him. I know people like that they say it's very weird. It's a very weird thing because I'm all for socialism in helping social
helping
programs,
one another,
and helping. Of course, I'm for
helping
that.
the weak.
But I don't feel like we should abuse anyone in the process, especially abuse people who work. Like, do you see? Like, we had this argument about if you're working 50, 60 hours a week and you're trying to make and build something, and then you get fucked over, you're a bad person because someone that didn't want to work, they're collecting money from you to pay the person that didn't want to work. Because not being able to work and not wanting to work are two different things in my book.
Yeah. 100%.
Like George was telling us years ago when he was here, when he was working for the government, and what they were getting still, because a lot of young people were taking advantage of welfare because they didn't want to even look for jobs.
Yeah.
So he was like, okay, so they wanted two things. One is you have to go like 3 times in a row if after a few months, give proof that you're looking for work. And after a while, they suspect to give drug tests or whatever, something like that. And people protested.
What?
People protested. And he's like, dude, they were coming to our offices and they were causing trouble. They were protesting. Like, no, you shouldn't ask for proof of looking for work. You shouldn't do this and that. He's like, yeah, but it's not our money. This is people's tax dollars. And these are like 20-year-olds that don't want to work. And we're giving the money. He goes, like, it's a lot of money. Like, it was a fucking lot of money. And people, instead of being like, yeah, we should make sure that people aren't taking advantage of the system.
Yeah.
They're like, no, what are you talking about? And I was like, what the fuck? But in a regular job, you know what I mean? People would ask you for proof that you're working.
Man, this
people would need results. If you have a job that pays you every day, but you never show up for work, people would ask questions. Like, you haven't been here in a week. You know what I mean? They wouldn't be like, oh no, we have to pay him because he agrees to work. It doesn't make sense. God. You know?
This pisses me off because, like, specifically when I worked at the airport, bro. Like, obviously there were some dead moments, you know, where I sat around did nothing, but there were also like 3/4 of the moments where I worked like a dog.
There's a lot of people coming in flights.
Yeah, you know. But fuck, man, like the commission I made, like fuck, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to see it get taxed, what, 42%, bro? Only so these fucking hippies can smoke weed and stay at home?
Yeah, well, we're talking about a specific group of people that we're aware of, but yeah, Xbox and yeah. I remember that argument that I'm stupid.
Yeah.
The argument was in French, but he was telling me, he goes, these are my expenses. This is where I live. He goes, you're a fucking idiot. You don't have to work either. You're deciding to work and put yourself through all this stress. He goes, I have this, I have that. I have this much money. He goes, why would I fucking stress myself every day? And it was to me, it was a shitty argument. Because I go, yeah, but you can't move past that. I go, yeah. You live in a neighborhood I don't want to live in. I go, you can't get past that. He's like, yeah, but I don't have any fucking stress, bro. No boss over my fucking head. And then I was getting pissed because I'm not opposed to paying taxes, but why the fuck am I working when you're openly telling me that you're fucking...
Yeah.
You know?
And I had a coworker who worked, there was a guy, he very smart, Asian man, Chinese, a very hard worker, okay? He couldn't sell like everybody else, but where he capitalized was he was a very good worker, could put in a lot of hours.
He was a workhorse.
Yeah, he was a workhorse. So he would put in the hours and make as much money, almost as much money as the people who made commission also. You know what I mean? So he put in the hours, bro. 75 hours a week this guy put. But no family, no kids. Put in the work, bro. Made extra money, this, that. Made overtime hours, payments.
He's the guy who bought the buildings and stuff?
No, this is another guy. I think he wanted to. But anyways,
then the corona got him.
No, but he did the taxes. He did his taxes.
Oh, and he owed a lot of money.
And he owed so much more money because he jumped a tax bracket.
Yeah. I remember my first foray in that. I've talked about this when I first with Milton were working in video games. testing. It was the first year they were there, and there was overtime hours available, like a lot of overtime if you wanted it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And I was paying a lot, and we went ham on it.
Yeah.
Dude, we were there all the time for like the first month.
Yeah.
We're like, nice. No.
But hold on, wait.
Bro, I remember I thought it was a mistake. I thought it was a mistake where I got to, I was like, what the fuck is this? What are you guys talking about? I was like, no, this is like, I jumped like 2-3 tax back. Like it was crazy. So we just went hardcore on it. We're there all the time.
Yeah.
Overnight shifts. We just went fucking crazy, bro. Yeah.
Fuck. Well, me, I got lucky because regardless of if I did overtime or not, I was already in that tax bracket because of my commission.
So you knew roughly what you were going to pay.
Roughly what I was going to pay. So I was taking the overtime anyways to make that extra commission.
Anyways,
you know
these taxes, I don't like them. I already said it. It's weird the way we do things around here.
Yeah, no, it's too much, bro. They're drowning us.
Yeah, and I like the vacation stuff though. That's pretty funny where they were telling people stay home, don't go on vacation, don't go visit your relatives, and now a lot of our prominent government officials left the country. The country, some of them, bro. That's the best.
But you know, they're not gonna blame them. They're gonna blame all the old people, the snowbirds.
Yeah, they're gonna blame everyone else. They're gonna use an example and be like, COVID's on the rise. I mean, I think they're gonna continue the lockdowns and they're gonna use an excuse people that came back from Mexico or wherever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to fucking say. I think we're in this for the long haul. I think they're gonna keep us locked down for a bit. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna open up on the 11th. Let's see. You only pay extra on the money that exceeds a tax bracket. Well, no, you always pay taxes. You just pay more than you would have if you're in a different tax bracket. If you're in 81K and 80K is a new bracket, you only pay extra on the 1K that exceeds 80K. No, but you're still paying taxes on the 80K. Just because that 1K, you're paying 55 instead of 42.
Yeah, but also, no, I was talking about, so that's fine if you, I think it was $83,000, that tax bracket. But if you get passed by 1,000, yeah, you're fine. I get it. But
you're going to just probably lose that G for sure. And
then, but we're talking about the tax bracket at the 40K mark. I think it's around 39. What is the tax bracket here in Quebec? Where if you pass that.
Yeah, the jump is bigger. That's the bracket. That's the bracket that we would always make under that when we first started there. That's the bracket that everybody would be scared to do overtime because that's the bracket you would jump. That was the first time I learned about the tax brackets because I remember it wasn't just me, like everyone was getting fucked, and it was because we were getting paid just under that with your normal, just under.
Yeah.
So the second you start doing a bit of overtime, you pass it.
Yeah.
And then when all it's calculated for your paycheck, you've put thousands in that.
Yeah.
And then they just rip you hard in comparison.
Yeah, they rip you. And not just that tax bracket, first of all, the taxation rate jumps a lot in that first initial bracket, and not as much as a lot more actually than when you hit the 80,000, because I've looked all this up too, when you hit the 80,000 something mark. But also if you jump that tax bracket, it's very easy for you to pass it by $10,000-$20,000. And then you get fucked on that $10,000-$20,000. Whereas opposed to if you pass it by 1,000 on 83, you know what I mean? You're gonna pay a couple $100 to your all base. You know what I mean? All base to your balls.
I don't even think that we should have these the tax bracket system. I don't like that either. I believe that there should be a percentage that everyone pays. Because the more you make, the more you're gonna pay anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You get it?
Yeah.
So I think, like, let's say if fucking everyone pays, I don't know, fucking 10%, for example. Everyone pays 10%. They're like, yeah, but this guy made $1 million. I made $10,000. Yeah. So? He's still going to pay 10% of $1 million.
Yeah. Which is 100,000.
Yeah.
Which is more than what you
made fully.
Yeah. So suck a dick.
Yeah. No, that's what I like. I like just a flat tax rate. Everyone, that's what I think is fair.
Yeah.
That's what I think is fair.
Yeah, flat tax rate.
Yeah.
Flat tax rate. Because then if on top of it gets rid of the other problem. So if you had the flat tax rate,
because that's the most fair. Because somebody said fixed percentage won't be fair to lower incomes. How will it not be fair? That's everyone's fair because it's based on a percentage.
Yeah,
right. Everyone pays the same. Like, are we saying that when you go to stores and you buy stuff, everyone's paying 15% here? Are you saying that's not fair? Well, I only bought stuff for $10. He bought stuff for $100.
Yeah.
But how is that not fair?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
And even the 15% sales tax is insane.
Of course.
That's way too much.
Yeah, that's because we pay both. They turn into 15%.
The provincial and federal.
Yeah, like Ontario doesn't pay that. I think Alberta doesn't pay that. Yeah.
I hate taxes, bro.
Yeah, taxes are shit. But I agree with, in the society we want to have, especially the way we pay stuff, a level of taxation. Now, whether it's only on sales or whether it's a fixed rate on your pay. We have to determine one or the fucking other.
Well, Florida doesn't have any state tax, and it's working fine.
It's this abuse of overdoing it.
Yeah.
Overdoing it, and then holding people down. Holy shit, 15% sales tax. Yeah, Flat Cat here in Quebec. So you have a 15% sales tax. You get taxed. What do we get? What do I get? Like around 50%, 40 something, I think. Plus I pay, and my corporation, the corp also pays taxes. So we both pay taxes. Yeah, it's so think about that. 15% on that. Let's say 50. So you're at 65%. Then you have, if you buy a house, you have your welcome tax, you have your property tax, you have all this. It's crazy. It's great. The people working to move society forward, make the money,
are getting this.
Yeah.
Not even, they're getting fucking,
So what people should be asking for is a fixed rate or one form of taxation, whether it's just sales or just on a fixed rate on your payment, and demanding a more efficient, smaller government.
Yes.
Because right now what we have is excuses because of a bigger, inefficient many forms of government. So we're paying more into it. They're hiring more people. This department bigger, but they're all shitty, incompetent people that keep these fucking jobs. So we just pay more and more for it, for something useless. Whereas in real life, if you had these kind of choices, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't keep paying someone that's not doing the job right. You would stop. So that's what's happening. I think personally it's one or the other. I don't like the fact that there's two. So if it should just be sales tax, okay, just be sales tax.
And if it is income tax, no taxing on overtime.
Yeah, that's what I said. No tax on overtime, but but fixed rate. Yeah. Fixed rate, 100%. I'm for a fixed rate.
That would be amazing.
An income tax and sales tax is double dipping. Flat Cat, it is double dipping, but they don't care if they figure out a way to tax us on how many breaths we take in a day. They're gonna
do
tax
it
us.
Yeah, they're gonna do it. Yeah, they would totally do it.
Yeah, you need a smaller, more efficient government. You need to be lean, agile. Yeah. You need people that get shit done. Now they don't get anything done, but they keep asking for more money. That's the issue. I'm getting you frustrated.
Yeah.
All right, forget that. Go back to aliens, bro. I don't know how the fuck we got to taxes with aliens.
Yeah, how did we get to taxes?
I don't know. It always goes to taxes.
It does. Well, because that's our main point of
taxation is theft. Start fucking flipping tables.
Well, that was always my frustration working, bro. Like I remember the first job I got, bro, at a restaurant. I got my paycheck, bro. I was all happy and shit.
All waiters too, or whatever. Yeah.
But no busboy. I was a busboy, bro.
They tax you like waiters or less?
I think it was less. I was also
because here anybody that makes tips, they get fucked. Back in the day, now I don't know how it is.
But I think they would give us tips, but busboys on paper didn't make tips anyways.
Oh, Gary says you should see the tax system they have in Belgium. You have no idea how bad it could get.
Okay, look. Yes, here's the thing about northern countries, though. Those northern European countries.
Well, Belgium? You consider Belgium one of the Scandinavians?
Well, no. Like one of those European countries with high tax rates.
But I know I could sense where you're going, and you're going with the Scandinavian system. Yeah, Belgium's not part of that. They're not Scandinavian. No,
I know they're not Scandinavian, but I thought they kind of all work.
No, that's like people saying because we pay all our taxes and we're socialists here that we're part of that group. We're not. It's different. Finland and Quebec are not the same thing.
Okay. But
what were you gonna say about those countries?
But like the cold ones, apparently they do a good job from what I've seen.
Finland, this and that.
Yeah, like having good like the money goes, like the citizens are very well taken care of. And then when they overtax, they get big checks at the end of the year. Yeah,
but it's smaller. Like that, they're smaller countries from what I understand.
Way smaller too.
Yeah. It's different. And they're very, like at Finland, they're, homogenized? That's just like the same people, like, because they were talking about this, about statistics.
Yeah.
But it's very, very, you can't apply that.
What's
just
homogenized?
like for example, in your household, right?
Yeah.
You could apply certain rules in your household with your family that you can't apply to a city.
Such as?
I don't know, a curfew for your kids.
Oh, okay.
It makes sense in your household.
Yeah.
It's not going to cause disruption. If anything, it'll help out.
Yeah.
Try imposing a curfew on a city.
Yeah.
Of different adults with different jobs, different opinions.
Yeah,
Nah. You
You
impose in your house. It makes sense. It's smaller. You can manage it.
Yeah, you have kids. You have to.
Not just that. But you impose. I don't know. For allowance, I'll give you this much money, but you have to wash the dish. You have to do this.
Yeah.
Try imposing forced labor to a city. This week you're cleaning these windows. This week you try to do that to a fucking city.
Oh yeah, nah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's different. We're talking about in grand scale. You need smaller government, but you need it to be efficient.
Yeah.
You can't have a bigger government than the bigger size. That's crazy. Because then look at China. Fucking everything, bro. You can't even go on fucking Facebook. You can't like everything. No. This is, you know what I mean? Because it's so big.
Yeah.
No, you got to be careful.
It's nuts, bro.
Yeah, the bigger it's this weird. It can't. The government can't grow with the population. Like it can't. Its powers can't get bigger because the population gets bigger.
Yeah.
It has to grow more efficient to allow the bigger population to produce.
Yeah.
And to grow the right way. Because now, if we grow as a population, but you're just allowing young people to not have to work, stay home to collect money instead of contributing and working, you're not helping. It's not as big as you want to make it. More people pay that. It doesn't help.
Yeah.
What you need is to make sure that they're well-trained, educated, free, so they can create and work and contribute.
Yeah.
Positive to the world. You know, it brings something positive to the world. That's what you need. Not make it bigger. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Because the government isn't our house. It's an employee. It's like it's something that works for us.
Yeah.
It's supposed to do a job that we're busy not doing because we're working. I can't deal with international relations. You can't deal with you're working. This guy's representing. But this guy's representing the country in that sense. They're not the monarchy. They're not kings. They're not fucking wizards that we have to listen to.
Yeah.
They're supposed to do a fucking job. Yeah. But it scares people. They feel like, oh, now the responsibility's on me. I have to work and make stuff. No, fuck it. Let them handle it.
Yeah.
And then they're the first people to be like, yeah, whatever they say, it must be a good idea. And then 10 years later, like, what? How much am I paying? What rights don't I have anymore? It's like, yeah, well, you wanted this, stupid, because you didn't want to pay attention.
Yeah.
Viron says, no way the roads are worse than Montreal. I've been all over the world. Yeah, Montreal's bad.
Oh, bro, it's bad here, bro.
Yeah, Montreal's fucking rough.
It's bad.
Post-war Bosnia.
Yeah, bro, what is this, bro?
Yeah.
I think we spoke about this last time where the entrance to the highway is two separate roads, bro, and you jump to get on the fucking highway, bro.
Gotham City.
What is this?
Yeah.
Fix our...
Bro, hit the nitro, bro.
Fuck, bro, you're fucking performing fucking aerial moves. You're getting up plus 100 points. You hear a voice, your radio comes on. Plus 100 points for the jump. You're like, motherfucker, bro.
Yo, I've been playing. I played that game from was it Ubisoft Quebec, Immortals: Phoenix Rising.
Mm-hmm.
Fun game.
Yeah,
I've given it like 20 hours.
Oh, already?
Yeah. I've given a lot of hours. Yeah. It's fun.
Damn.
It's very Zelda-esque.
Yeah, I might get it.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's on special on the PlayStation Store.
Oh, really? How much?
Yeah. 50 some bucks.
Is that special? Fuck, bro. It's
from
expensive.
like 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, $30 off.
Me too. I got it on sale.
Yeah, but I didn't get it.
It's long though. It's like so far it's 20 hours. I'm still not done. There's a lot of side missions, little stuff you can do.
I watched the review. It looks fun. I like the fighting.
What do you mean?
The fighting looks fun.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a very Zelda-esque.
Oh, but you know what? I've been fucking
a lot of dad jokes.
Oh yeah,
a lot of dad jokes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's funny. It's and what I told you, what made me laugh is that all the normally the way they make Greeks sound, the ancient Greeks. Now for some reason they all sound like souvlaki.
I saw that.
Restaurant owners.
That's funny.
Yeah. Hello, why is Phoenix doing this? Like they all have that. Even the big bad guy. He's like, you dare to come against me? Like they make them stereotypical Greeks, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't see any Greeks complaining.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it explains in the review that it's
lighthearted.
It's lighthearted.
Yeah, it's very lighthearted. Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is nice.
Zeus is hilarious because you see little jokes they say about like the mythology and stuff that they Ares is turned into a rooster. And then he's like, oh, they can't see me. I can't go see Aphrodite. She's not going to want to be with a rooster. It's probably not even legal. And then you have a voiceover for Zeus. Definitely not illegal. To bang a rooster. I was laughing so much.
No,
it's probably funny. She can't be with a rooster. It's probably even illegal in Greece. And you hear Zeus, definitely not illegal. I was like, oh, that's funny.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You're making me want to get it. But you know what I've been fucking obsessed with again? Total War.
Yeah, it's too time consuming.
Oh my god, bro, that game, bro.
Any war strategy game is too consuming.
Oh my god,
because you don't realize the time fly.
I forget to piss.
Yeah, it's 5 a.m, and you're like, ugh.
But bro, you don't understand because you know what happens. You're like, okay, I set up my stuff, my army, nah.
But then somebody talks shit.
Hold on, yeah, last turn.
You always say last turn. It's never last turn.
And then hold on, some fucking rats, bro, Skaven.
What do you mean Skaven?
Skaven, it's a race on in the game.
Oh, okay,
Skaven,
I play the real stuff. I play like Civ, so
giant,
it's real people.
They're giant rats. Or I have Rome 2, I have Shogun.
But you doing that is better than me, because if people hear me, they don't understand that I'm playing a game. It sounds terrible. I go, what the fuck are these Indians doing? So for me, if you don't know that I'm playing a game, you're like, oh my God.
but then let's say you're at war with these Skaven, they're giant rats, right? You'll try to offer them like a peace treaty, like, okay, let's stop fighting. We got the fucking orcs we got to kill and shit, right? And then
never trust a rat.
And then they refuse the peace treaty, but then they're like, 2 turns after
they want a peace treaty.
They want a peace treaty, but they want 1,000 gold coins from you.
Oh,
and you go, excuse me?
Yeah. I don't play that shit. It's happened to me too.
And you're stronger than them. It shows in the stats. You're way stronger than them. And you're like, okay, I'm just gonna annihilate you. Yeah. And then you annihilate them, and then which is funny because you're talking to yourself and you look like a crazy person. You're like, you see, you giant stupid fucking rats. This is what happens when you fuck around with the supreme dark elves.
I take everything too personal in those games. The second I get nukes and atomic bombs, it's over, because I'll take the smallest shit personal.
Oh, no.
Like stuff that are not acts of war. To me, they're acts of war. I remember in the new Civ, like mind my fucking business, and then I don't know if it was the Romans or the Persians or something. I see like they're in my territory. I'm like, what are they doing? And they're monks. They're trying to convert my city to like Islam or something. I go, what are you? I thought we were cool, and you're trying to convert my people right away. Start fucking nuking their biggest cities. And then I get warmonger penalties. They're like, all the countries around the world, like, you're a warmonger. People should know that you're a piece of shit. I'm a fucking piece of shit. Man, I'm playing cool. This guy from the back, he's trying to convert and take over religiously, and it's not gonna fucking happen. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what happened. Like,
that's amazing.
Because I wish that they would consider it, because in my book, that's an act of war. You're coming to secretly try to influence my people and turn them into fucking Zoroastrianism or Islam or whatever the fuck that the other religion is. You're trying to get the fuck out of here, bro. Trying to subvert my people. My people are free. They don't have a religion. Let them do their thing. You're coming in here with your fucking nonsense.
That's actually funny.
Yeah, so I start nuking shit, and then people get mad.
And then they...
Yeah, people get very, very mad.
God damn.
You get heavy warmonger penalties. I remember one time I was playing, and I was like, it's too late now. Like, I got so many warmonger penalties. I was like, fuck it. Just trying to get everybody. Yeah. Didn't matter. People that were just saying shit, but they weren't at war with me, fucking nuking them.
Oh, God.
I was like, who's going to talk shit now?
Oh, shit. And yeah, I'll take shit personally. Like when I was playing with the high elves, they'll attack somebody I have a trade route with.
Elias Yiannopoulos is playing right now. He's like, I'm playing Civ 6 while listening.
Oh, that's amazing.
So you know exactly what I'm going through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking, because you want to live in Pantelis because everyone is happy. I provide all kinds of goods I make sure that there's aqueducts. I make sure everything's clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The first rule of thumb for me is take care of the people. I take care of them. I build a strong army so nobody can fuck with us. Then I'm going to have people weaseling their way in.
Yeah.
Trying to fuck with me. Get out of here, bro. I take it to the next extreme.
Yeah. Well, me, I get angry and I start obliterating people, especially because if you pick in Total War, if you pick like a race, I picked high elves, right? You're supposed to stick with each other, right? Because you're all high elves, right?
Racist.
But then what happens? But yeah, I guess
Are you allowed to fall in love with an orc?
No, it doesn't go that deep, the game.
Just
saying. But you can become friendly with them. You can increase relations.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So you can, with all the races, and there's different tactics when you level up, like different technologies to become friendlier with the vampires or the orcs or whatever. You know what I mean? But me, I tend to, all the high elves, we already have the big island we start in.
How high are these elves? Like, they're all in a circle just...
Walking it.
Bro, just think about this for a second. What if we're the wizards and they're the elves? It's like, dude, that's trippy. I know, right? I'm going to ride a reindeer.
So listen, my strategy with the high elves, why I like starting off with them, is because you build your relations with all of them, and then you kind of build this huge confederation and trade routes where you're all making money and you all got powerful armies, right? But what happens is at some point, one of the weaker high elves factions will get a little bit too greedy, and they'll attack another high elf faction. And then what happens is that breaks up a trade route that I had set up.
And then you lose your shit.
Now they're fucking with my money.
Yeah, you don't fuck with a man's money.
You don't fuck with my money, bro.
I don't know how the elves take it.
So now I gotta take out. So now they made an enemy with a faction that I'm allied with. I was allies with both of these factions, but now because they decided to fuck with my money and their money, I'm like, nah, bro. We were friends, but now I gotta get rid of you on principle. So now I gotta go on a killing spree on your own people.
What? Can you calm down? Why are you
Because
acting
it gets intense.
Are you crying right now?
No, I'm messing most.
We lost you, by the way. You went into too much detail. We lost you. We don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
No, I'm just saying I end up going on a fucking crazy. Like I always try to start off peacefully, but then there's always too much fuckery afoot.
But how is you're playing a game of war and trying to start? That's like people like I'm a pacifist, but I'm playing Modern Warfare. Yeah, everyone's gonna shoot you in the head, stupid. Like
because here's the thing, I enjoy setting up trade routes, and we all make money, and we all have our armies and shit.
Okay, first of all, you're playing a game with elves and orcs and shit, and you want to establish trade routes?
Yeah, bro, we all making that paper, bro.
Get out of here, bro. Who the fuck? There's a game with wizards, elves, fucking weapons, dinosaurs. And you're like, I just got this game to establish trade routes.
With all the high elves, and then we attack the orcs or whatever, because then you can set war coordinations with your allies. Where you're like, okay, bro, I need help on these orcs.
I like playing Civilization with real people, real countries, and taking out all of the frustrations of what countries did in the real world. That's what I do. I go, what happened in the news this week? Oh, really? India's fucking around. Okay.
I can picture you playing, clicking the mouse super aggressively. This is for Cyprus, motherfucker.
Actually, no. I try when I play the game. No, but I try when I play the game to try as best I can to have good relations with my neighbors.
Yeah.
But there's always someone that fucks around, bro.
Always. Because I try to get all the high elves like rallied up, so we fight the orcs or we fight the vampires, people who are trying to kill us.
There's vampires in this too, bro. It sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, it's very ridiculous. Because I'm always trying to fight.
Wait, the vampires. Why don't you just, when you attack them, just always attack them during the day?
Stop it. You're not allowed.
Just attack them during the day.
Look, stop using real life logic in a video game.
That's what I would do.
No, stop it. Stop.
That's what I would do. Just attack them during the day.
No, but there's
They're
no
like,
day.
I don't like the vampires. I'm gonna attack during the day. They're fucked.
There's no day in where their cities are at because they've put this permanent darkness over them.
That's what I'm saying. When it's actual, all you have to do is instead of aiming for the vampires, go during the day and aim for those blankets. That's it. Bam, war over.
No, but
I am the Alexander the Great of Modern Warfare. Let me tell you.
But I think I'm gonna re-download Rome 2 because in Rome 2 you have Greek factions.
Yeah, I have Rome too.
That one's dope.
Yeah. I don't want to play it though. It's too long.
Too long, huh? Yeah, that consumes. Sometimes it's 3 a.m. I'm like,
plus it's too detailed again. Like Civ, you have your country and you're always the leader of your country for 1,000 years. You know, it's fucking stupid, but it's you and you control. But in fucking Rome, people die. There's a family. You have to marry this guy with this girl, and then they have a baby. And it's like, what the
yeah, and they create new lords and shit, and you raise new armies.
Bro, I have a job. Like, I have a life to live. Like, these are supposed to be an escape for a bit, and you enjoy it.
No, I get
this is too much. You get involved, and then what if you actually care about one of these characters, and then you go to war, and these Persians kill your guy? Then you're like,
you don't. You're the emperor, bro.
You killed him. I love him so much. He just had joy to give the world. And then you gotta go on a fucking ethnic cleansing spree to get revenge. It's no, it's too much. That it goes down to me. It's like, really, you motherfuckers, you have to go into this detail. Like, the reason why Civ doesn't go to that detail is because they know it's a time-consuming game.
Yeah,
they're not gonna add that too, so that you just never leave your house.
You know, this is, I have to admit, especially with Warhammer 2, because I've been playing most of them. There's so much detail in Warhammer 2, and I think there's a third one coming out.
Apparently, Warhammer, very, very popular game. People buy the game, shirts, figures that people paint.
Oh yeah, they're awesome.
It's super, super popular.
The lore is very rich.
I've never played this game, but I heard that the lore, much like you just said, is very, very rich.
Yes, and even there's like it's like, it feels Lord of the Rings-esque, but there's like this whole this whole.
Viron said it's not ethnic cleansing; it's reducing humanity's carbon footprint. I'm a planetarian.
No, what was it? You're a philanthropist.
Yeah, I'm helping.
No, but like in Warhammer, that universe, there's they have, I don't know how to explain it to you. Okay, so they have Lord of the Rings-esque eras, and then they have super future eras where there's the greenskins and the humans that are still fighting from thousands of years ago.
But they have cool technology.
Now they have cool technology in the future. They're still fighting, but in space.
Hold on, the orcs went to space?
Yes. And now they have these, the humans have these crazy new armor battle suits, and they got jetpacks and crazy guns and crazy swords. Like it's insane, bro. The lore is, but I don't think they do a very good job of translating everything onto video games.
Okay.
Like I had played one. It was the one where it was in space, and you were not a space marine. Space
Cowboy.
Marine is in.
Hope it was the Space Cowboy.
Space Marine is in. No, what's the one from Blizzard?
StarCraft.
StarCraft. Space Marine is in StarCraft.
I know people that competed in StarCraft.
Yeah, that's insane too. I've seen the videos on people
back in the day. StarCraft 2, I think, was one of the biggest competition games. In Korea, it was huge. Both North and South. In Korea, it was huge. They had tournaments. People became celebrities.
But in North, there was more at stake.
In North, there was a lot more at stake. They're like, so listen, we take these StarCraft tournaments very seriously. So here's what's going to happen. If you win, you're going to become Secretary of State. If you lose, we're killing everyone in your village. So the ball's in your court, Secretary.
Is that why they start playing all fucked up on walls and shit? It's because everything's at stake, so they gotta get the right
maximize
maximize
everything. You know what's? I think ESPN does it now. I think ESPN is into esports.
Really?
I think they might be, but I remember years ago when I went down to ESPN, and I remember thinking, and I brought it up, but nobody cared to listen to me. They're like, just shut up, stupid. That they should get into esports. Because I go like video games tournaments, like, because they're getting big. There's a whole thing. You guys should be the people that do it, just like you do a normal broadcast. It'll be even cheaper. You don't have to worry about athletes, injuries, this and that. You can actually have leagues. You can run leagues. And they're like, nobody cares about video games. And, but I think now they're probably into it now.
Well, yeah, because they're seeing the paper.
There's a lot of paper
associated to it, I'm
actually surprised, by the way, that there's paper in it.
Of course.
I think it's ridiculous.
Why?
It is the future, but I think it's ridiculous.
It is a little bit ridiculous, but I mean, are you surprised?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I just find it's crazy.
Just think about it, the level they play and how they play, right?
No, I'm not. It's impressive.
Yeah.
So there's certain stuff that they do that is very impressive.
Yeah.
Like, try beating me in Pro Evolution Soccer. Like online, it's very rare that it happens when the other person is not cheating.
Yeah.
And the like I know how they cheat too. A lot of these Latin American countries, what they do is they fuck with their
invisible players.
No. That was FIFA. I think people were doing it.
Okay.
No, but they fuck with their upload download speeds.
What do you mean?
So I forgot which one it was. I found out about this years ago, but they still do it because Konami's not good at blocking cheaters. So essentially, the game's running fine when they're in control, and then the second they lose the ball, everything's choppy and shit. You lose it. You get it.
Yeah.
So So there's people that fuck around like that, but you can't do that in a real tournament because you're there physically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess because when I first started ever playing online, there was all that kind of shit. So I was like, this can't be a professional thing. This is stupid.
Oh, the same thing would happen if I think in fighting games too, when they were online. Like I remember with Mortal Kombat, what would used to happen is
dude, whatever game you want, if you leave people to their own devices, not just games, anything in the world, someone's gonna cheat. Someone's gonna find a way to cheat.
Yeah.
There's humans. That's what they do. They're gonna find a way to fucking cheat.
Yeah. It's like my mom with the Vasilopta.
Oh, with the coin in the cake.
Yeah, she got a super huge piece for her.
And she knew around the vicinity.
I think so, yeah. She won.
Didn't she make the cake?
Yeah.
But she made the cake.
Yeah.
Shouldn't she want someone else to get the coin? She put the coin in the cake.
Oh, it's my mother. She wants to win.
That's fucking hilarious.
She's competitive with her own family, bro.
Well, she made the cake.
Bro, you don't understand. You know how she cut the piece, by the way? She didn't cut. Okay, you're going to laugh, bro. She didn't cut she cut
sideways. She knew.
She did this, and then she went she made sure to go she cut it in like a crescent, and she goes,
she knew.
Yeah. So I was like, so then I'm looking, I'm like,
that's a weird piece.
And then she cut that one, and then she moves on to cutting the rest super small. And then I'm looking at her, and she goes, oh, would you look at this? It's right here under the slice. And I'm looking, I'm like, you cheated, didn't you? And she starts laughing, giggling.
That's
She's like,
funny.
Yes, I cheated. Like they shouldn't say that, but
yes, I cheated. And for my next trick, Mr. Bond.
And I was like, oh, motherfucker. I was like, whatever, let her have it.
But a lot of these games, like I see people playing online, like videos will pop up. I don't understand what's happening. Like, there's team sports where they're like lasers and fire. Like, you're the medic, you're doing this. I don't know what's going on. Like League of Legends or whatever, when it's on top, I have no idea what's going on.
It's because you haven't. I used to be into those games a lot.
Okay, that's why I never played those games.
At some point. I transitioned from Dota, Defense of the Ancients.
Lady.
Hey.
What does Dota stand for?
Defense of the Ancients. This was Warcraft 3.
Okay.
So Warcraft 3, not only was it a strategy game, but then there was an online version of it where people could create their own maps and own mini games within the world of that game.
It's crazy how video games from a past time evolved into this.
Yeah. And so Defense of the Ancients was 5 heroes on each side, right? And basically you got your home base, and then you got towers, and then you got stuff producing monsters, and you got to push, and there's 3 lanes.
It's like Command and Conquer almost.
Yeah. And you have 3 lanes, and you're in charge of 1 hero. And that hero, you're supposed to level him up, upgrade his skills, and buy different equipment for him.
During the match.
During the match, yes. So you pick a lane, and some heroes specialize in different lanes. There's bottom lane heroes, middle lane heroes, and top lane heroes. Then there's jungle heroes that specialize.
Excuse me.
Hold on. Heroes.
Excuse you, sir.
I mean, heroes.
Jungle heroes.
Hold on. Heroes that specialize killing monsters in the jungle that will level up faster from that.
Okay.
Than leveling up faster in a lane.
Okay, I thought you were going down another road.
These are usually
it's African G.I. Joes, bro.
No. These are usually assassin type heroes that they're good at assassinating characters.
Okay,
you know what I mean. So you got different roles.
You have all these, or you're one person. You said
no. You select a hero. You select your role
at the beginning of the game.
At the beginning of the game, you select every hero has a different role. You know what they're good at. Different skill set and this and that. There's tanks. There's there's
and you could basically, if I play, I'm a tank, and that's all I am.
Yeah, so your goal would be to absorb as much damage as possible from the enemy team. So you're supposed to level up stuff that'll give you more armor, more health, stuff that'll make
I'm supposed to absorb damage, so I have to go out there and get killed.
So you're supposed to go out there and distract the enemy. You're basically a giant tank.
Your Operation Human Shield.
Basically. But you've upgraded your armor and your health so much that you could take attack after attack and still walk out and still be like at half health.
Why don't I try to strategize and kill them instead?
You could eventually kill, if you get the chance to kill one of them, you do that, but your main purpose is to absorb
the damage.
So you can have the assassin jump out and, when they least expect it, so you can ambush like that, and the assassin jumps out, bam, kills one of them, kills 2 of them. Now you're pushing the lane. Now you destroyed 1 tower, 2 towers. Now you push the lane. Now you retreat. You made money. Buy some more armor, weapons. Is that
how long does each match take?
40 minutes.
It's not that long.
40, yeah, around 40 minutes.
And
no, even less. I think 30 minutes.
So, and how do they decide winners in competitions? Is it 1 match or is it like best of 7?
Oh, no, it's 1 match, and you got to get all the way to the end and destroy the home base of the enemy team. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds simple.
And you got mages, you got long range, So while the tank is absorbing all the damage, you got the long range behind just fucking, just shooting. Anyways, it's kind of crazy.
Interesting is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Well, Poseidon.
See?
It's been a fun episode.
It has
People got to learn about all kinds of stupid shit they never asked to learn about.
Yeah.
I'm going to remind you guys, if you didn't know, we got a hip Discord happening. Head over to my page, I guess. My website probably has the link, right? It does. Yeah, panteliscomedy.com. Links should be in the description. Head over to the Discord, and if you want access to the Patreon exclusive Discord channels, head over to Patreon. Patreon.com/Pantelis. That's where you sign up for exclusive podcasts, movie nights, in bed with Poseidon, shirt giveaways, magnet giveaways, t-shirt giveaways, keychain giveaways, whatever the fuck we're doing. We're giving away all kinds of stuff. None of it knowledge. Thank you guys for checking this out. New episode 2 Trick Minimum drops on that channel tomorrow. We'll be live. Episode goes up for everyone on every podcasting platform this Wednesday. Thank you for listening. The Poseidon69 on Instagram and Twitter for Poseidon over here. PantelisComedy.com for all of my stuff. And again, Patreon.com/Pantelis. It's the place to be. Thank you guys.
Peace.